was all alone. And you showed up under my umbrella. Oh, shelter from the cold. Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Let's get away from here. Let's get away from here. Lost in time with one another. The hourglass takes us further from here. Strangers found lost in time with one another. The hourglass takes us further from here.
She found a way into my heart. Oh, oh, she don't make out, no, she make art. And I need a way to treat it, 'cause I keep getting high off of her. Off of her. I know that you'd be bad from the minute I saw you. But somehow I keep running back to you. Back to you. Back to long nights can get me feeling lonely. Hey. And hearing music that can make me smile. But the way I feel with her cannot be explained. But one thing still remains on my mind. I know that you'd be bad from the minute I saw you. But somehow I keep running back to you. Back to you. I know that
Good morning, good evening, everybody. Rocket League fans across the world, welcome to the Apex Nationals. I am Lawler, your host, alongside Lethmere and Jamesbot. Chapsticked up, ready to go. We had some fun, obviously.
Can you see him listening?
Yeah, dude, it's pearly, dude. Jokes aside, everybody, welcome to day 2 of the Apex Nationals presented by FIFA E. We've got a lot of excitement for you guys today. But before we get into that, just general vibes. How we all feeling today? Let's start with Lethmere. How you sleep? Good night? You doing okay?
Yeah, I put on some white noise. You know, I had to get ready, had to get some extra sleep today. But I mean, we started a little bit later, so I got some extra time to rest. Yesterday was insane, though. I mean, good vibes just going off of yesterday. I was telling James that I had a little bit of FOMO on Group B because I heard that Nobu and Crespo were going insane. So I'm excited to see how they play today. And we got some good matchups.
Nice. Don't want to get too far of ourselves just yet. James, obviously, vibes immaculate as always. You know, we talked about tuning into the broadcast off camera a little bit, and there was you guys had some fun over there.
I was hoping you were too busy to tune in. Honestly,
never.
we had
felt like
we had a play-by-play in the chat from people where they were saying like there were sandwiches flying around. I don't know what was going on.
Dude, I looked to my left because I had it on a preview, and I just see Leaf taking a sandwich on like broadcast software, going like this into your face and like feeding you. I'm like, what is happening?
The sandwich. Well, we kind of got there through Rocket League. We were talking about double taps and how I love doubles and all that, and then we started talking about the double down, which was a sandwich that came out with 2 pieces of fried chicken and bacon in the middle with cheese and barbecue sauce. And, you know, needless to say, it kind of felt like we were kids with our hands caught in the cookie jar when you found out that we were not working the way we should have been. But, you know, we're here today. We're ready.
It's all good. Have a little bit of fun, man.
It embodies the Apex. We're here to have a good time, and we hope you guys are having fun with us. We appreciate you guys all tuning in. We're live on 5 broadcast channels, whether you want to watch on Twitch, YouTube, or on the FIFA E Twitch channel as well. We appreciate you guys all tuning in. But we've got a great show for you guys ahead. Let's start talking about what we're doing today. You guys are just joining us. This is the format. This previous week, we had qualifiers. 8 creators from 8 different regions coming together to put on a 1v1 tournament to find their teammates. That then brings us to yesterday. We get into the group stage. 8 teams given a Western Hemisphere and an Eastern Hemisphere. Australia, we're just pairing you to the West because you guys are on an island in the middle of nowhere. Sorry, CJ. Not only did you have to play on high ping, you also had to wake up at 3 a.m. My apologies, buddy. With that being in mind, we then went through a double elimination bracket with our 2 groups, which now leaves us down to our top 4, 2 advancing from each group, which brings us to today. It is the Grand Finals Championship Sunday. We've got 2 best of 5s, the high seed versus the low seed from the opposing group, and then we're going to do the exact same thing. So Group A, number 1 seed versus Group 2, number 2 seed, and then the inverse of that shortly after, and then the Grand Finals with the best of 7. But what's different about today, Lethmere, is we've got a list of bounties for these guys to complete.
Yes, we do. We have 5 bounties, and each team can get this bounty for themselves. As you can see, the 4 teams remaining have the chance to win these bounties today. We have an extermination accolade, not allocate, which means you have to get 7 demos on an individual player on your team to get an extermination medal inside Rocket League. If they do that, they award $50 for their team. Each of these bounties are $50 for their team. There's up to $1,000 of bounties because each team can get 5 bounties. So the next one is 5 goals by an individual. So if there's a player who has 4 goals in your team, maybe the other player tries to feed that player the final goal. There's a lot of things you can do with this, a lot of strategies. If you're low, if you're super high in points or score against another team, maybe this is the time to try and go for a psycho. Who knows? We got a bunch of cool different things they can go for. Some you might be able to do in tandem. For example, 5 goals by an individual might lead to a 1,000-point game. So the incentive is there to try and score as much as you can. Another one is triple flip reset. I think we saw as close to a double, yesterday. So almost a triple yesterday. So it's possible. These players are good enough. We saw some really high competition yesterday, and I think that you're going to be surprised by how competitive these games are going to be today.
Well, speaking of competitive, James, I know you're a sweaty tryhard. Any strategies come to mind for you? Say you're in the lobby, because I know you want to be. Which one are you going for? How are you completing it? Give me a strat.
I feel like the extermination is probably the one I would target if I was like maybe a player who's on higher ping, not as likely to get that 5 goals. Like Crespo on Europe servers was struggling to get under 160 ping, so I might see him go for that. But Nubo, I saw him score 5 goals like 20 times yesterday. So, I think it depends on the team. But if you're Saudi Arabia, just pass the ball to Nubo, go for demos, and you'll probably complete all 5 of these bounties.
It's probably a little bit of a cheat code. I'm sure Cresper is very happy about his teammate. They are obviously the number 1 seed coming through that group, but we got to talk about all of the other teams as well and show our love and respect for everybody that was here. So we take a look at the teams. This was our original 8. Australia with CJ, Brazil with Firewall, Canada's Talk, France with Fairy Peak, and the rest as follows, as you guys can see there. These guys are the ones that battled through. These are the ones that have been there, done that, and cool thing about that, some of these streamers are also actually covering their matches. So while we do appreciate you guys all tuning in with us and hanging out on the FIFA E broadcast, as well as our own here on Twitch and YouTube, these streamers are also live. And the cool thing about watching their POVs is you can also hear the comms. You can watch their perspective. You can see how absolutely cracked these guys are on the stick. So if you want to tune into them, that is an option as well. We didn't force these guys to do that, but they've just been oh so gracious. So massive round of applause to all of our competitors and all the things they're showing for us. Also, don't forget, in that bottom third, make sure you guys pay attention to stuff going on. We'll talk more about that here in just a bit. But let's tune into what went down yesterday specifically. We're going to bring up Group A. This was Leth and mine, our own little disaster we had.
Did you guys do predictions, by the way?
This is also wrong. Saudi and Turkey did not. This is a hybrid bracket of both. I don't know what happened or how we got here. Canada just magically appeared.
This one?
Yeah,
That's okay.
Leaf,
US,
what are you doing? I know he said he wanted.
Leafex edited this one.
Yeah, I have
100%
no idea.
It was 100%. It was Leafex because he's capitalized the B yesterday, and it took him 20 minutes to lowercase the B.
Saudi Arabia migrated into the United States. That's news. There we go. There's Group B.
Let's take a look. This should look familiar. We're gonna fix the other one.
Wait, France got a new flag?
Don't worry about it.
What is that?
Don't worry about it. It happens.
All right,
but
James.
I'll be honest though. Group B and Group A, I was gonna ask you guys if you did predictions. I did predictions on Group A and B, and I was super wrong. Personally, I thought in Group A that Canada was gonna be the best team without a doubt, and then in Group B, I thought France was gonna be the best team without a doubt. Because I was even considering the ping disadvantage that Crespor was on. All games were going on the EU server. So I'm thinking surely Fairy Peak and Moxie, Moxie and Nubo rivals. But Nubo was a cheat code. I don't know how he did it. He was dominant. They did not lose a single game, and Nubo scored more goals than I had fingers.
Hey man, shout outs to our Lord and Savior Turkmenistan, I guess. I don't shout outs to chat for that one, Bylux. That's really funny seeing the hybrid on that one. But yeah, I think we both, when watching Group B, kind of had our assumptions on how teams are going to play forward. I know Cresper is a pretty high-level player, like SSL, no issues, so I expected a little bit of that. But the other team had Fairy Peak, right? Like, the assumption was like, dude, Fairy Peak and Moxie, you've got what is still arguably one of the best 2v2 players of all time, as well as Moxie, who is the second best 1v1 player in the world. I guess it just pays to have the best 1v1 player in the world, right? So, pretty interesting on that regard. But all sweeps for you guys? Is that actually true? Was it always a sweep?
Yeah, it was.
That's
it was
insane.
that part of the graphic surprisingly is 100% accurate. And and also you guys will, if you need a new Photoshopper, hit me up instead of Leafex.
Yeah, probably.
I know what flags look like. My wife always asks me when we're watching
an updated live. Look at that. We're on top of things over here.
Okay. Oh, maybe I'll lessen the heat a little bit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was a quick day.
Good.
It was a quick day. We were watching you guys on our breaks because we were just hanging around, eating double downs and watching cartoons while you guys were actually commentating.
Yeah, if this is a huge if Group A is ready and stuff, we can go over to that. But Leth and I can kind of talk about it. There was some pretty craziness, I think, just in general, where you guys also got kind of the similar thing with matches. We expected to comp between our high seeds, which were USA and Brazil due to previous history, and we got Canada, I think it was in Brazil, as the rematches that went to 5 OT. Lethmere, the first one was what, like,
I mean,
fake kickoff, like bar down, just barely in, like kind of break it down for me.
There was a fake kickoff right before the overtime. I think it was like about 20 seconds left, and they went for, I think, a fake off of the score to equalize, and then I think it was Talk who went for like a flip reset, like did almost like a helicopter spin into a 360, and then got a flip reset off the crossbar, bar down, resets to kickoff, and then a horrible 50 into the ceiling, and then a second 50 by Cosmic into the ceiling as well, and it just goes right into their net to end the series. So I felt feels really bad for them, but they did get the revenge on the bottom end. You can see there they got a 3-1 for Brazil.
Leth, you still play in these high-level lobbies, so I'm sure you're playing with the U.S. and Canada players all the time. Who did you think was going to make it out as the 1 seed in Group A?
It's hard to say because I felt like Team Canada has a really high skill ceiling. We were saying that their peaks were much higher than United States. We feel like, but it was more inconsistent. Whereas United States, in a competitive environment, you have Chief Beef, who is a consistent player who doesn't risk too much, and we saw also Kevin sub 2,000 boost consumed most games, and he was just consistently in the right place at a lower overall speed, but was able to account for the mistakes of the teams that they played. So I think it's not a surprise to me that United States came out on top. Their vibes were immaculate on their streams. I tuned in a couple times, and they were feeling good. Even when they qualified Kevin through the 1v1 series on Chief Beef's channel, they were already talking to each other and saying this is low-key winnable for them throughout the whole event. So I think they're looking forward to today. I think they feel confident moving into the matchup against, I believe it's France, or is that France. They're playing France today. And so they are the number
a good dodge, in my opinion, with how Saudi Arabia was playing.
I don't think anything's good here. When you're in top 4, I think all these are going to be rough.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to come out of your team, out of your group as number 1 seed. You're always going to be in a better situation.
Yeah, I mean, the competition yesterday was a lot of intangibles versus high peaks and mechanics. We saw a lot of fundamental play, I think, from both USA and Canada. Brazil in particular, with Nugget, was super surprising to see how well he performed. But yeah, I think across the board, we had a really close competition while you guys are just like smooth sailing sub sandwiches, sweep city, like just vibing the whole time.
Sharks and beetle
yeah,
boards.
we're like edge of our seat freaking out at like how close it is, and you guys are like, so feed me that sandwich, thank you. I'm glad you guys had a good time, but we're probably gonna lock it in a little bit more today. Now, obviously, you guys who are joining us for the Apex Nationals here, presented by FIFA E. We can't do this without FIFA E, and because of that, just kind of as a precursor, we're just the appetizer, keeping with this sandwich mentality we're going, I guess. We have
we're the bottom bun
to talk about here.
We're the bottom bun,
yeah,
and then we're going into the draw, which is the meat.
Yeah, so down below, as you guys can see, and we'll also have a wonderful visual for you guys. This is something that actually stays close to home a little bit for JamesBot, as you've been there before. The FIFA E World Cup in December is what we're leading into. This is just, like I said, the appetizer of all that. So primarily across the board, that is going to be going down in just a week here. The draw, which is the lottery system, that is when these teams are actually going to figure out who their competition is, which is something we've done, I think, for the RLCS one time before, and it was one of my favorite things, where it's like, you don't know your matchup. It is just RNG, pairing seedings to an extent, picking your competition and stuff.
James, but, you know really well about that, actually. You've done similar things
yes,
for your own tournaments.
We did. We used to run a tournament called The Draw, and there's going to be a seeding draw on November 12th, which is going to be super exciting to watch these teams, get matched up. You'll see what the groups are going to look like. And also, I'll just say, I went to FIFA E last year, and I think, personally, it was the most exciting non-RLCS tournament that we have ever seen here in Rocket League. There was a lot of people wondering, how is this event going to go? Especially when we saw the format where there would be draws. You could have draws, and a lot of people were like, how the heck is that going to work? But what ended up happening was we saw some fantastic group stage matchups and results that were really surprising, that made you want to see the rematch, because there was business that was unsettled. And it was really a stage for teams who don't have as many opportunities to show what they're capable of, to get some really remarkable results. And so FIFA E, I think, is, if it's half as exciting as it was last year, this is a must-watch tournament. You are not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, I think there's something to be said about, obviously, with the help of the guys over at EFG and everything, the production quality is always incredible, and the visual aspect. To be perfectly clear, every morning when we were running our tournament, all your couch watching this tournament and rooting for the teams, the iconic moment of feeling this is for America, and then shanking every form the way that it did, it was kind of omen. But the event definitely leans into the traditional soccer or football, depending on where you're from, the different titles that they have there. And obviously, we're focusing on rock here, but to see teams or dedicated players from the region go out and compete, I think, is really exciting. And the fact that you guys get to run it back this year, I think is going to be even better. So again, this is just a precursor of the creator side of the thing. We do high level players that maybe compete there. On the other side too, I think it's pretty exciting to know that, hey, in just a week's time, you're going to see who's playing who. The theory crafting begins, and then a few weeks after this is going to be on your lovely screen. We're not eating a sandwich this time. Probably not. Just going to assume that.
You never know. You never know. Well, I will say, too, though, that if you the last one, there were some really exciting taking down the USA, which nobody thought that was. And then France formed a super team. It was Monkey Moon, Zen, and Vatira. At the time, those were the three people would have likely the three best players on the planet. Like, just you rank the top three, don't consider a nationality, not just raw ability. A lot of people would have had those guys top three. And Saudi was a team that continued to make grand finals and then faltered, would continue to fall short. And so the tournament was actually the turning point for that Team Falcons roster.
James, we lost you.
James is very excited.
He's very excited
as always. But again, the whole premises of it is this is, again, as a precursor to that. We understand, and this is just as a general thing that we talked about yesterday, we know that it's very difficult to do an online event, and we're thankful for the opportunity from FIFA E to do that. But because it is online and we are covering global, we have players from literally all over the world. We understand that there is going to be some ping differences. So in fairness to everybody, high seeds that earned their spot as the top seeds are going to get server advantage for a majority of the games. To balance that out, the deciding game will not be in their favor. So they do get 4 out of the 3 or 3 out of the 5 matches on their home server, but the decider match is going to be the opposite in the grand finals. So it does balance out in its own way.
I will say, though, there was some talk behind the scenes with Canada and Saudi Arabia for the second match, and excitingly, they actually chose a middle ground. So we're going to be running on the EU servers.
It's what it's all about, man.
That's really cool. So they're all going to be running on EU servers the entire time because it's equal ping. They mutually agreed that that's probably the best for the competition, is just to have an equal sort of matchup ping-wise. So that's really cool to see that they agreed to that, rather than trying to just take advantages where they could get it. Even though Saudi Arabia is the number 1 seed, coming into that 2-seed matchup, they could have easily chosen to get a as easy of a lead as possible in the series, but they chose to go with the amicable route of just going middle ground, which is super awesome to see.
I'm sure Crusper's happy to have his ping cut in half the entire tournament compared to what it was yesterday. So either way, I'm sure they'll be really, really good about it. That being said, let's focus on that first match of the day, as you alluded to. It's going to be USA as the number 1 seed coming out of Group A versus France, our number 2 seed coming out of Group B. We talked about it and alluded to it just a little bit. United States was sound. I mean, let's be completely honest, man. I had expectations, but I didn't think they were going to be met, being honest.
Yeah, I will say that at the same time,
well
though,
exceeded.
They haven't matched up against a team like France yet. The pacing will be very different compared to the group. Like this coming in, even though they're the number 2 seed from Group B, I will say that Saudi Arabia and France were probably looking like 2 of the favorites coming into this event. So the fact that they both made it and they're both playing off against North America here, they have quite the big wall to match up against, because I think they're going to come out swinging.
Yeah, I think it'll be really exciting. On the opposite sides with France, Fairy Peak and Moxie getting that 2 synergy. That's something that we've seen from all these teams. I think United States out of the gate just had that synergy naturally. Ironically enough, Kevin, the qualifier from last year's Apex, making it back to the United States. Familiarity with Chief Beef. But on the other side, obviously, we've got a ones main and Fairy Peak, who's been doing it a long time.
And I think they've played together before. They've definitely played together before. So they've got some familiarity there. I think we're about ready to get into the match. I think we throw it over to the casters and let them take it away. I'm excited to see who comes out on top. Selfishly, I'm voting for Canada a little bit on the next match, but who knows? We'll have to see.
I think it's okay to be biased here. I'm going to be Switzerland, even though they're not competing. That being said, James Bott and Leaf X on the call. Take it away, guys, for our first match of the Apex Nationals presented by FIFA E.
I am also a little bit biased towards Canada for some reason. Don't know why. But, James, I am not sure it's going to go well for them based off what we saw yesterday on the B stream. Saudi Arabia maybe looking like favorites coming into this one.
Yeah, to me, that's who I would peg as the favorite, Saudi Arabia, no doubt about that. But France, I think, had a bad day. Honestly, they were not playing as well as I know they're capable of. So I wouldn't be surprised to see France turn it around and be able to win this whole thing, especially because they are going to have server advantage. You're seeing for the USA or for the Saudi Arabia-Canada match, they agree to just play all of the games on the European servers. And so, I think France could still be that second pick. But Saudi Arabia, Nubo, he was a beast. He probably would have completed all 5 of the bounties yesterday had they been active.
Yeah, no, I mean, across the board, I think that's probably going to be their game plan again today. Maybe they don't care about winning by that much anymore, especially because we don't know. I mean, Nubo might be there already, and winning a trip there isn't going to be as big a deal for those two players. So maybe they'll focus on the accolades a little bit more early in these matches, or maybe if they get a game win early on. But I do still have them as favorites. But you talked about France, and based off your predictions yesterday, I don't trust you anymore. I don't know if I really have that much faith in them anymore coming into the playoff bracket, especially considering how well we saw the United States play yesterday. I mean, I think Chief Beef is it. I think that's what it is. We're going to see him go pro soon.
Yeah, I am excited to watch it. I do think the United States is an underdog here because you just look at the matchups. Moxie and Kevin. And I'm looking at it a lot through the 1v1 lens. Moxie, one of the best 1v1 players in the world. Kevin is a very good 1v1 player, a high-level 1v1 in North America. So he's up there, but Moxie has him edged out. And then I would also give Fairy Pig the slight edge over Chief Beef. But one thing that we learned, Leaf, is that this is a team game. Doesn't matter how good individually you are. You have to mesh well.
Yeah.
And Moxie and Fairy Peak were running into each other yesterday, scoring own goals on each other yesterday by mistake. So they were not on the same page, whereas talking with Leth and Lawler just a little bit ago, it seemed like United States had good vibes and good synergy.
Yeah, well, and I to talking to your point of it being a team game, sure, there's a little bit more room to allow those solo mechanics to come out. You really have to play to the strengths of your teammate. Again, with Cresper playing back a little bit. We saw it again with Scotland against Turkey. I think Scotland did a great job, but United States, France on the board now, and it's Chief Beef and Kevin.
This is what I'm talking about. This is the synergy, the kickoff strategy. You'll love to see it.
This is, hey, I'm on board this team right now. I also know the vibes will be immaculate in those comps. These are two players that are definitely vibey players.
Oh, yeah. Chief Beef, one of the most positive players out there. You watch his stream, you see him. He always likes to build his teammates up. Stays positive, stays motivated. Meanwhile, on the other side for France, I felt like yesterday, even though we didn't have the comms of France, it looked like the car language was deflated for Team France.
Right.
A couple times where, the classic controller drop where the car just stops moving. Usually that's a sign of frustration.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this is this isn't Grand Finals RLCS where we're going to... That's just in. That's just in. Kevin, hey, we talked about yesterday those extra touches at the end of an air dribble. It wasn't even necessary here. He was just so far ahead of the play of Fairy Peak.
Yeah, Fairy Peak, I think, was reading, flip, reset. Kevin saw Fairy Peak jump early, and that's when you have him dead to rights. Kevin knew that, okay, well, if you're up early, extra poke here, that'll be enough to get it around you. Great read from Kevin, who's also sporting the USA flag as an antenna, and then you have Chief Beef rocking the USA decal. I love this.
I'm not surprised, to be honest.
Wow, what a save.
Hey, 2-goal lead and holding off defense. We wondered yesterday where we're going to see a good play from Fairy Peak, but I feel like in general Fairy Peak was the quieter one overall.
Yeah, but Fairy Peak having his voice heard here, spotting that clear attempt, shutting it down, getting an easy one back for France. That's a good stabilizing goal. France was shut out multiple times by Saudi Arabia yesterday, and now we see a kickoff goal coming out for Team France. So in a heartbeat, Team France has tied it up.
Yeah, I was going to say that's the epitome of a commentator's curse. We talk of the United States and downplay France's play yesterday in Group B, but answer back real quick. And just like ones, those kickoffs can turn around real fast.
Now, did you just say epitome instead of epitome?
Epitome, I did.
Why would you do that?
I waited which word I should say.
I thought you were going to say the epitome of hyperbole or something. The drive it home.
I didn't, James, and this is the mistake I have to live with.
North America is faltering because of you. You see France gets the go-ahead goal. Pinch 50, goes up. Chief Beef is doing everything he can to get there in time, but late on the challenge. And despite having a 2-goal lead right off the rip, looked like the United States might be off to a Game 1 win. Team France has turned it around, and now we'll have another chance here off kickoff. Solo play opportunity for Moxie.
Yeah, flip reset. Loses control, goes for the bump, and that's on the goal line. Very Peak will finish it off.
Really good stuff from Moxie. Moxie gets the flip reset, threatens the bump. Looks like he maybe even got a piece of Chief Beef. But regardless, made it so awkward for the United States defense that it resulted in an easy rebound goal. And Team France keep it going. They're spreading the goals out. So both players with 2 goals. Remember, one of the bounties is a single player scoring 5. So you got to keep those bounties in mind.
I mean, at this point, maybe aim if you're looking for that bounty. Aim for Fairy Peak. Moxie's been good at setting it up here, but they still got to watch their defense. Kevin answers back with a 3rd.
Great shot from Kevin here. Moxie actually had a lot of boost. I'm kind of surprised that this shot beat him.
He was thinking far side.
Yeah, maybe, but Moxie had a lot of boost, had some time there. Kevin picking that spot nicely. Another chance for Kevin. Gets a 50. Oh my goodness! Fairy Peak actually. Fairy Peak would have hit that in his own net, but it hit off Kevin, who was still in the play.
Yeah, that would have been a second goal line problem that France had in 2 days. I gotta watch. Good flick here off the backboard. Kevin was waiting. Pop it, chip it off the bar. That'll be a push away for France. No equalizer for United States.
United States coming so close to tying it up, so we officially hit the halfway point of game number 1. United States started out hot. France came roaring back. Now France have another opportunity. Moxie just trying to make things awkward for the defense. United States low on boost as well. Fairy Peak steals the corner, dodges the bump. Trying to play keep away. You can see him driving circles around the defense.
I mean, it's kind of working. Moxie almost had a chance. They've got the boost as well, so they should be able to stay on offense. Unless Kevin can get a good 50 here. Good play from Moxie around 1. Almost around the 2nd, but Chief Beef does clear that to the box. Pressure still on.
Stealing. Moxie took the corner. France are feasting on boost. Meanwhile, United States fighting for scraps, and eventually they get taken out. France beating down a United States team that just could not get any boost.
Man, I'm forgetting about any of those problems they had on the goal line before. A shot like that from Fairy Peak. Ceiling and reset. He knew his opportunity to strike. They've been boost starving them for so long, but a turnaround here. They're going to look for 50 into the net. Moxie helps it out.
I don't know. Moxie has to be trolling. Moxie's, I mean, he's going for 50. He's trying to deny the dish. He's trying to get there in time.
But it was not in time.
Oh, there's a great kickoff here. The bounce is not the best. And the shot is going to go wide. France doing well off kickoff. Couldn't convert after that demo. United States been hanging on in this game, though, Leaf. They are showing some great resilience here.
They are. And I want to say, especially with that boost starving that was going on before, the fact they held on that long was impressive.
Yeah, it's no small feat to be able to keep that ball out when you've got 12 boosts here and there. They're going to have to make sure they don't get in that position again. Right now, both players from the United States boosted up, ready to attack. Flip reset from Kevin. Shut down. Chief Beef will try to play this safely back to the corner. See him being jostled there. Contested ball. Chief Beef again tries to pop it up and takes it into an air dribble. Nicely shut down by Moxie.
That was on the defensive half from United States to buy some space. They're only a goal down, but there is only 40 seconds left. And another demo on the defensive half here. United States, I don't think they're looking for extermination right now. It's strictly just to get them that space they need to get that equalizing 5th goal.
Chief Beef takes this one out. Kevin beats around Fairy Peak. Gets boosted up as well. Chief Beef is waiting in the middle. It's a wide open net. And it's an easy goal for the United States, who tie it up late.
And I think I was getting word here that might actually been, I mean, they just want to tie it up. But I think Kevin is only one goal off for that bounty.
Kevin got 1,000 points. Kevin is at 1,057. So Kevin has completed the 1,000 point bounty.
Might be able to complete a second bounty. They might looking for here a demo on the goal line outside the box. Not going to be able to keep possession. They'll have to go back down their own end here. Might be looking for overtime. Unless Fairy Peak can keep control of that. Pops it over to Moxie. Shots on net, but out of reach.
Fairy Peak.
He's up into the air.
It's still up.
How is that still going?
Flip reset double. Almost an own goal, Chief Beef. He hit it down to the ground. Holy smokes.
That was way closer than the United States wanted that to be. They thought it should hit the ground way sooner. And we're into overtime.
That was such a good play from Chief Beef. Makes it out. Now the ground pitch. Kevin! An upset victory for the United States.
Kevin, beautiful ground pinch, 6-5 overtime. And that is, I believe then, 2 bounties if he hit the 1,000 points.
He did
plus the
5 goals and 1,000 points for Kevin. That's 2 bounties claimed in a single game. That was grit and determination for the United States. And you even, in that last play, Chief Beef had a head fake where he faked like he was going to hit it to the right wall, drives around the ball, and passes it to Kevin, who's in position to get boost and allowed that play to develop. That was a team play. Kevin scoring 5, Kevin getting 1,200 points. But it was a great setup by Chief Beef and a testimony to the fact that Rocket League 2's, it's a team game. It doesn't matter how individually excellent you are. You need to have that solid duo that is backing you up. Chief Beef clutching up in that play, setting up the opportunity, and an insane win for the United States. And these first 2 matches are best of 5s, Leaf. Only the grand finals is best of 7.
Another win here, and they're on match point. That's 2 bounties. Not only is it 2 bounties, that was a win over France. To get that and be able to focus on getting a win, because it's so easy to get lost in the minutia of trying to get that 5th goal, trying for Chief Beef to feed that ball out to Kevin to get the goal, that they could throw a game. But when it's that close, the fact that they clutched up a win in addition to 2 of those bounties was huge. And maybe they're just happy now and they get relaxed and we see it turn the other way. But I don't know, man. I don't think they're letting up. I said it at the beginning today. I don't know if I believe in France going to a grand finals being a guaranteed thing.
Well, this is what I was talking about. You know, we were talking about how individually, talent level wise, France has to be the favorite, but it just doesn't seem like the team synergy is there for France. Meanwhile, the U.S., the passing plays are coming out. The confidence is there. The results are there. The bounties are coming in. Everything's going right for the USA.
France will have to have an answer back. And now I do also want to mention the possibility, I believe, that we're on the USC servers right now. So maybe that's the difference. Maybe that's why we've seen Moxie with a couple odd decisions. You know, that 50 into the own net. Maybe that changes when it switches over. Or maybe it's just United States pressuring France way more than France had expected.
That's a good shout. Server advantage for the first 2 games, and then it switches to Europe. And then game 5 is actually going to be US East. So, Kevin getting caught out. Big flick from Moxie. This was a well-timed flick. Did you watch this isolation play here? Moxie, little wave dash, catches it, and an immediate flick.
Fast.
Kevin was not expecting the instantaneous flick.
Yeah, well, that's the problem. You do not want to end up in a situation where you're in that 1v1 with Moxie, because 9 times out of 10, you're probably losing that situation. And that's where that team element comes in. You want to be working together to make sure you're not isolated against Moxie, and Fairy Peak as well.
Kevin has scored off his back wall already. Does get a little poke around, but you can see Fairy Peak taking the space. Solo play. Catches it into a dribble. Doesn't get the flick that he was hoping for. So Fairy could have easily taken that ground to air and done some damage, but precision not there. Kevin, late flick. And for a double pass out to the middle, and Moxie will get it around Chief Beef. Kevin rotating back. The pass comes out, and Fairy Peak bailed off the play.
Wonder if he expected that pass to be intercepted, so he just pulled back to go to defense, but the touch wasn't there. They lose the opportunity. Stay tied. 1-1. Tied in.
Stay tied,
Game number
tied.
2. They take tied.
The epitome of Rocket League.
Oh, Louis. Come on.
This is Rocket League.
I'm just going to talk about your predictions yesterday.
You had some pretty good predictions yesterday. Like, you know, they're going to score a goal. Goals will be scored. Like, it's tough to argue that, Leaf.
Yeah, take what you can get. France looking to get someone to intercept by Chief Beef. Can't get the 50 he wants, and Kevin plays it real safe here, expecting potential loss on that 50. Great flip reset 50 himself, though. He steals that one away and keeps it at the midline.
In France, trying to choke the boost out of USA once more. Another strong shot. This time, Moxie does save it off the bar. Good save. Fairy Peak. Will he be able to make the most out of this possession? Fairy Peak a little bit lacking in the last possession, but again, a little bit higher ping can make things difficult.
I think the United States need to do is play the way they're playing before. If they start overthinking, saying it's possible, you can start to get in your own head and lose that gusto you had. France capitalizing on a gap in the defense.
And now Fairy Peak this time. He saw Kevin missed a touch before. This time he does not respect 50. Dives straight in, and it was the right call. Fairy Peak able to blast that one in. A fake kickoff read perfectly by Moxie. Sorry, Team USA. Not this time.
Moxie's seen 1.5 million kickoffs. It's hard to pull one over on him. But we did see France take the lead in game number 1. The United States pull it back, so it's not over yet. Another kickoff on the docket might go in the favor of France again. Moxie can't get to it in time, and Kevin 50's out away. Chief Beef with full boost. Can't beat out Fairy Peak.
Oh, Kevin was a little slow to the ball. This one's going to bounce. Chief Beef has only a single small pad and does well to get it to the corner. A really awkward position to be in as a defender. Chief Beef handling the pressure nicely, but this is a good setup for Moxie, rolling up the sidewall. Off the ceiling. All bouncing. Ground pinch. Didn't land. Still an awkward ball for the United States to deal with.
Thankfully for them, it went over the net, but that's
miss.
in front. Yeah, that's huge for France. They're going to easily slot that one away.
This was another situation. Chief Beef, I think, actually back-flipping off the sidewall instead of forward-flipping, so that was a mistake. But also, it's going to be challenging when you are on such limited boost. Now, we've seen multiple times the effective boost-stealing strategy for Team France. They get Team USA isolated on the goal line, isolated on the backboard, and perfectly time those boost steals in the corners to make sure that Team USA just has nothing to deal with. To work with.
Oh,
Moxie
he just could not get the demo on. You see the sparks flying on the backside of Moxie there. Kevin just couldn't take him out. Chief Beef thrown over the top of him.
And this is a bounty alert right now. We have 808 points for Moxie. He also has 4 goals. So Moxie might be able to complete the 1,000-point bounty and the 5-goal bounty, possibly in this game. Something to keep your eye on. Be a chance to complete it right here. Flip reset shut down nicely by Chief B.
Big thing for Moxie is maybe play defensively, get those saves, let the ball get a little bit closer to your net than you want. Or just take a couple of pot shots at the net and get those shots even if it doesn't go in. Because you got the lead, 4 goals up. You don't need any more. Points will be hit. 50 almost into the net of France.
Moxie out of boost. Kevin full tank. Will use it up. Touch the ball forward. Goes for a bump, but it's challenged over the top by Fairy Peak. Good stuff. Moxie though needs help. Fairy Peak rushing back. Fairy Peak all over the pitch right now, playing really well for Team France.
Yeah, I mean, even if the United States was looking for potentially some bounties at this point, which I don't even think they're doing, they're really going to have to think about how this game went, because this is a drastic difference from game number 1. 4-goal deficit they ended up with, and I'm wondering if this is France, especially even on the server that favored the United States, if France has kind of figured out what they need to have in their toolbox to beat United States.
And I actually think that Moxie lets this goal in on purpose. I think he lets this goal in just lets it go in because he knows that he's going to be able to get a kickoff opportunity to complete the bounty and get the 5th goal.
Let's see what the plan is.
Oh!
Straight in.
No, that would have been it! That would have been the bounty. That would have been both bounties, I'm pretty sure.
There's
Such
no
a
way that
close
didn't get
goal.
in.
Oh my goodness, Moxie 900.
Oh, he did. He needed one more, and that would have been
one more
right.
goal. Is it in a private lobby? Is it 100 points for a goal?
Oh, that's true if it changes.
I forget the because I know they had the different. I don't know. I should know this, but I don't. But regardless,
I still think that would have been it.
France so close to getting those bounties completed. Kevin did complete both those bounties in game 1. Also, a little bit of a reminder on the rules, how this tournament works. The Apex Nationals, presented by FIFA E, is a global tournament, a global competition, which makes it a challenge on how you're going to handle the different regions and the different servers. So there are 2 different regions that players will be playing on. The first 2 games were on the U.S. East servers, which is a big advantage for the United States. They did pull a game win on that. For Europe, or for France, the next 2 games now will be on the European servers. They snagged a win on U.S. East, so the next 2 games will be on European servers. This is their chance to close this series out, because if it does go to game 5, server advantage will be back in favor of the United States.
Yeah, and the fact that they lost that drastically on a server advantage, I thought this is the chance. The fact that it was close and then they lost might be a bad sign for the United States. Hey, maybe they could do what Saudi Arabia does and play just fine on really high ping, but that probably, especially in those tight 50-50s we saw happening quite often, might start to be a bit problematic for the United States, and this could be the downturn. We're tied up 1-1. Whoever wins this next game is going to be on match point, and the fact of the matter is they're both going to be on European servers. So if the United States gives away this next game, that could spell disaster for the rest of the series and this tournament for them.
Yeah, and I think this is where France closes things out. You could really see, the first game, they let their foot off the gas a few times, let the United States linger in that game. USA stayed locked in the whole time, ended up pulling out that upset. Team France almost even won at 0 seconds in that first game. I think game 2, much better from Team France. Moxie almost completing those bounties. So I think this is where we might see the real weight of France come out. They're going to show us what they're made of in this next game.
It's been a big step up for Fairy Peak and communication as well. I mean, you mentioned yesterday what we saw from France. It was a little bit sloppy a few times here and there, but today looked a lot cleaner. Moxie a little bit off at the beginning, but I think he's found his footing, he's found his ground, and what he needs to do. And it really has just kind of been almost a Nubo Cresper situation where we've seen Fairy Peak's there to support, but it's been Moxie really driving a lot of those long pushes downfield towards the net. So if they can continue that up, they should be good.
And a reminder, too, a lot to play for in this event. Not only the prize money, not only the bounties, but the winners will get a free trip to the FIFA E World Cup going on December 15th through 19th in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. A lot on the line. Players wanting to witness history in Rocket League by claiming a trip there to see for themselves how great of a tournament this is. I was there last year, Leaf. We saw Saudi Arabia finally get a huge Grand Finals win, a major title, and that was the beginning of their historic arc. So it's something you'll want to go to if you can get there.
Well, game number 2, an important one, in my opinion, for the United States. Winning this will be just to put them in the best position possible because they still have that server disadvantage, and it does feel like the momentum shifting towards France. So if they can steal that away, I think it's a big mental boon for them up against France. They're going to have a different game plan because whatever happened in game 2 is not working.
Chief Beef. There's patience from Chief Beef. Test the defense, see what they give you. But Moxie, I think the net was open. Kevin was a little bit out of position. And then we do see a corner boost win for Team France, who was doing so well. Boost starving Team USA last game. Seeing lots of possession for France already.
Drive down the field for Fairy Peak of 50. Into the net, great positioning for Chief Beef. Pulls it away, but now he's behind the ball, and he's got Fairy Peak on him. Good cut. make sure that Kevin doesn't have to deal with a threatening shot. United States struggling, though, to get anything of their own on offense. Potential chance if a good 50 comes out here. Kevin's boosted up, but the ball does not go where it needs to.
And you see Chief Beef's boost was 0 for the longest time. Does pick up that corner boost, gets beat on that ball, though. However, in a position to test Ferry on that, but uses up all his boost. Kevin has to get back just in the nick of time, and now Team USA again struggling for boost. Get the corner, so maybe they'll be able to work their way out. Kevin does land a big booming clear, so that was nicely done by Team USA to get out of that pickle.
Yeah, I think the big thing right now, I can guarantee it's comms. Chief Beef caught himself in a couple awkward spots there, and it was Kevin filling in the blanks very quickly, whether it was him recognizing or they were calming that. It's just great synergy from those two players to just make sure that France doesn't find the back of the net. We're still tied. But again, no real actual threat from the United States on the goal line.
Ferry Peak lets it rip, bounces off the bar, and Moxie will tip this backwards. Ferry Peak hits it safely to the corner and still trying to keep possession. Kevin lands the demo.
Ooh,
there's the
huge
shot from Chief Beef, and it goes in. That demo from Kevin was the catalyst of this play.
Absolutely massive. I mean, the great pop-up to an immediate turn to the goal line. If he didn't catch that, that was a goal. You would have had two defenders there, Ferry Peak just out of reach, but you know Moxie would have been pushing that one away. Great play from the United States, Kevin specifically.
Kevin, to have the presence of mind to not jump for the ball, he just drives into the ball to get the touch pass, to get it out into the middle to a scoreable spot for Chief Beef. But then going for Moxie on the demo, he waited. He reacted perfectly to when Moxie jumped. Moxie jumped, I think, a little bit too early, allowing Kevin to be able to jump as well and land that demo. Great play from Kevin, and Team USA have this lead. Another demo from Kevin, giving Team USA space.
You might start thinking about that extermination if he keeps this up. Right now, I know he's just thinking about setting up Chief Beef, though. I like to see the setup that we've seen from the United States now. Kevin leading the charge. He's just going straight for the ball, even if he misses. He's hitting the player, and it's allowing Chief Beef a little bit of space to think about those shots, and that's just going to roll in. A lob from the other end.
Wow. Kevin beating Moxie to the ball. Long shot. Sails right in. What a game for Kevin so far. Being the difference maker.
No, it really is that. Kevin has been the key component to this United States roster right now. Great shot from Chief Beef, stopped out, but I think it's both of them know their position. Chief is taking what's been set up by Kevin, and he's doing it well, and Kevin has been a great setup of Moxie. He answers back with their first.
Big time play here from Moxie to get France back in it. Quick goal to boost steal. Ferry Peak off the backboard. Kevin having to dodge Ferry Peak. Can't do it. Gets bumped off the goal line. Easy goal here. Now, this is a Spanish kickoff setup. We'll see if anybody does it. We saw Team USA do it quite a bit. Either team goes for it.
I feel like United States has been caught off guard on those kickoffs a little bit too much. Maybe they're going to play it a little bit more safe for a couple kickoffs in a row.
Oh, no. Tough break here for the U.S. Moxie pressing, gets the reset, uses it late. Chief Beef didn't really know what to do because Moxie's car was in the way. The ball was in an awkward spot. Wasn't a super readable situation, and Chief Beef let that ball leak out into the middle. And so Team France roar right back and have tied things up. We'll see if Kevin can make some more magic happen. Kevin has been that MVP player for Team USA. Open
that should be a goal, though. Great job recognizing the fact that the United States had two players pushed up a little bit too far, and all Ferry Peak had to do is exactly what you just said. Get the beat
over.
Yep. Moxie was already in position.
Good stuff from France. That quick counter-attacking goal after the overextending U.S. gives Team France the lead. But if you're watching, hold up. Reset. Oh, beautiful flip reset goal from Moxie.
I mean, this is the point where you look, it's past one, you're like, this is just a goal. Chief Beef on the far side, Moxie with a flip reset. He's done this a million times. He can put that where he wants. He's going to put it exactly where you can't reach. It's that's a 98% success rate when you see that setup.
Gorgeous stuff.
Kevin just throwing that ball down the other end. They're 2 goals down now. They just want the space. They want that map control.
For bump.
They'll find a little bit of it, but he can't find Moxie. Chief Beef going to get up early just to block that out. Low 50 from Moxie. And a quick push back in from Fairy Peak. A boost steal again. This is where France has excelled against the United States. Great play. And he back passes that to Fairy Peak. They can't find an opening. But I love the creativity coming out from France.
Yeah. You can see, I think Fairy Peak's really trying to feed Moxie because they're trying to get that bounty in. Fairy Peak will get this goal. So neither the 1,000 point bounty or the 5 goal bounty, I think, is achievable for France in this game.
How many goals is Fairy Peak at right now?
Fairy's at 2, Moxie is at 3.
Okay.
But still, this is a statement game here for France. Another slow start, though. I think that has kind of been a recurring theme for this Team France squad. They've had a few slow starts, even in this series. If you're yesterday as well, but even in this series, that first game, slow start, had to bounce back from being at a deficit. They ended up losing that game. Even in this game, they were down originally and then had to bounce back again. And they ended up making it work just fine. But I think if you're maybe risking your channel points on these series, you're hoping that Team France really shows what I think their level of play can be. So
yeah.
Still not as pristine as you know they're capable of, but they're getting the job done. They're getting some wins, and it looks like they're going to be in the clear if they can get one more game win lead.
I feel like they're as you just said, hitting their stride. I came in saying the United States has an opportunity to win this based off what we saw from France yesterday. Just because you have 2 good players doesn't necessarily mean they'll always connect. But it looks like today a lot of those mistakes have been cleaned up. It's, as you said, not peak, what we know from both of these players, but it's definitely a much more structured and patient game. As you mentioned too, they start slow. They start to find their footing near the end of it. The United States, though, has been keeping up. They've been keeping that pace. Kevin, overall, has had a phenomenal performance. Chief Beef knows exactly what he needs to do after Kevin sets him up. If they can keep that going up, they might get a couple more surprise goals. But that might not be a game plan that wins them out the entire Apex in the long run.
Yeah, we're about to find out. This is where they have to make their stand. The United States on the brink of elimination versus Team France on European servers on Utopia. Can United States get it done?
Yeah, I was really hoping that next game, or the game we just saw, was a win for the United States, just to keep this close and keep the series together, because winning one with a ping difference like that would have been great, but a good start for the United States, but that doesn't spell any kind of guaranteed victory as we've seen.
Kevin has had some pop-off moments that time, getting the challenge, setting him up for a shot immediately after so well. Chief Beef winning the race to the corner boost, but Fairy Peak does get the hit downfield and is able to grab the mid boost. Good stuff. Chief Beef dodging the aggression. And Kevin winning that 50 is against Moxie as well. This time doesn't even need to get a follow-up touch. The challenge just goes straight past him.
I think the thing is that Moxie is not looking for Kevin. The ball's in the air, and I feel like he's just going for that 50 off Chief Beef. Seeing Chief lose a bit of control, he just misses out on Kevin's approach.
I don't think he was expecting Kevin to be there. And
what is
kickoff goal for the United States.
That was it, Chief Beef.
Yeah, that's the nightmare. I mean, when you're cheating on a kickoff, the worst thing that can happen is that, where the ball gets elevated in the air and goes slightly backwards. There's nothing you can do. It's just nothing you can do. Fairy Peak will get a kickoff goal here. Good recovery by Fairy Peak to drive around the ball to get back to it. And also a key thing he did there as well was get between Kevin and the ball.
So if Kevin bumped into it.
Exactly. Yeah. He'll pool shot it in.
Yep. Yeah, I would have tried to side flip that one in and just hit the post.
That's why we are commentating in the booth and not out there on the pitch.
That's true. That's a shot to the top. Moxie clears that one down the other end of the field, and a great counterattack.
Devastating there. Chief Beef rips what he thinks is a good shot. Squishy save, which also doubles as a pass. Immediate counterattack. Fairy Peak getting a goal back. So despite France continually finding themselves in the gutter at the beginning of these games, they find a way to crawl back out.
A little pop there, but it's not enough speed. Moxie can control that, but Kevin just stays on it. Did he 50 this one right off Moxie here?
Well, Moxie did not get the hit he was looking for. Moxie
right, yeah.
kind of botched the hit to the side, all to the corner. Team USA taking advantage of that. Really hoping to keep their chances alive at booking a trip to Rio. What a bump! Look at this bump! Did you see that, Leaf?
I actually did not. I looked away for 1 second. I'm not going to lie.
Watch this. Bing! See you later. That's a tilter.
That is for sure. Only a 1-goal difference now, and I would not be surprised if we get another kickoff goal. From what we see before, Moxie can turn on this. There it is.
How did you know,
Top
Leaf?
Corner. It's because I'm an
A
analyst.
crystal ball. A prediction that actually was impressive.
Thanks.
Moxie
Retiring.
barely any boost. Kevin also running on fumes. Couldn't get there in time, and France has officially tied it up. We've got 8 goals in this game, in Game 4. We're only a minute and 15 seconds in. This is a high-scoring affair. Moxie and Fairy both at 2 goals apiece, though. Moxie sitting at 500 points. So this is now a point where you also want to consider the bounties for France. And a great play here by Chief Beef. Watch how Chief Beef blocks the approach to the ball. He gets this ball up, and then he jumps in front of where Moxie would need to go in order to get a contest on that shot. That is a smart play from Chief Beef and a good finish from Kevin.
Still a goal difference here. I would not count France out yet. Great 50 from Moxie, but he can't get back on it in time. Kevin full boost. He's just going to buy a lot of space here to get Chief Beef back on his side of the field. We got a lot of time to wear this out, so this is not a sit back and don't get scored on situation. It's a keep playing as best as you can. As France almost finds their way through. The counter attack. Kevin 50 into the net. He's been working out, and Moxie feels the weight.
Team USA leaving it out there on the field. Moxie again getting beat by Kevin on the goal line. Moxie has been a goal line victim quite a few times. And Kevin has scored another 5. If he could get multiple bounties, that would be fantastic for him and Team USA. But Kevin, you've already done this. You've already scored 1,000. You've already got 5. You know what he doesn't have is a trip to Riyadh just yet to watch the FIFA E finals in December. So that is what Kevin is playing for now.
And I think it's poetic that there's a good chance, not to count out Canada, but a good chance that Saudi Arabia is going to be blocking them and being that guardian into that land.
I'd love to see a rematch between Saudi Arabia and France if we get there, but I don't think you can discount Canada either. Like Lawler was saying at the beginning of the show, all the teams left are extremely high level. There are no easy matchups at this point in the event.
No, you're right. I mean, ours were 3-0s across the board in Group B, but I mean, even then, some of those series are closest. But Group A, those were actually close series, and those are the teams that we're seeing now.
Good boost grab from Kevin is going to be able to put it to work here, but a huge 50 from Moxie, who's using his boost. Oh, doesn't get back to it! Did you just yelp?
Yeah. It was like when you accidentally step on a dog's paw. That's the pain I felt.
Oh, Moxie will get it back. It felt like Moxie was robbed there, but Moxie, huge play, gets the cut, gets the pop, ball in the air, fakes it past Chief Beef, back in control, flicking it past Kevin. Wonderful solo play from Moxie, who still has that bounty in his crosshairs. 866 points for Moxie, 3 goals. Just needs 2 more, and that would also put him very close to completing a 1,000-point bounty as well.
That could have been a potential goal for France. Chief Beef getting that lucky bump back to his own end to be able to defend it. And now United States on the offensive, albeit only for a brief moment.
Very Peak launched the goal, or launched the shot on goal. It is saved off the bar. Boost grabbed by Moxie. Potentially solo play opportunity here for Fairy Peak. Pokes it by 1. Chief Beef has to stretch for it. Low boost for Chief Beef. Pass into the middle. Fairy Peak will go for the ceiling. Passes it back, but somehow Kevin is able to get the read and the demo, leaving Fairy Peak last one up.
Flip reset for Chief Beef. Goes for the bump underneath. Fairy Peak clears it over top of him. The United States, 30 seconds is approaching, and they're up by 1 goal. We'll have to bring this one potentially into overtime here. United States is going to be starting to sweat.
Oh, he got too far behind it. The ball was going too fast. Fairy Peak couldn't get out ahead of it for the bump. Moxie now trying to get to the mid boost, but it's denied by Kevin, who hits it to the opposite side. Fairy Peak might be able to control it. Fairy Peak gets beat to the ball by Chief Beef. Moxie 50 by Chief Beef. This could be game. Moxie around 1. It's a demo play potentially. Fairy Peak doesn't go for the demo though.
Chief Beef just gets enough, and Kevin to the side, onto the ground. It's still in the air. Moxie keeps it alive. 1 goal. They can't get in the other end. And France gives a game away to the United States as we head into game number 5.
I cannot believe, I thought at that last play it was an opportunity for Fairy Peak to go lead blocker. Moxie again almost getting that 1,000 point game, but that last play, I swear, Fairy Peak had enough time, Moxie had enough space to slow down the play enough to let Fairy Peak get out ahead of the ball and go for a bump or a demo. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know what the comms were. I don't know what the play call was, but it felt like Team France were right there.
Yeah, it feels like maybe, because you think, okay, maybe Moxie keeps it a bit low, but he hears, I believe it was Kevin behind him, and he maybe says, I got to get into the air. I'm about to get demoed. And because of that boost usage, he gets himself ahead of Fairy Peak, and they can't work together. Maybe that was the thought process. But in a moment like that, it's split-second decisions, and there's a million decisions that you can make in that moment. So we'll see. But we're back to the United States favored server. So this, we saw United States win it before, and now they've won on an EU server. This could be problematic for France.
Yeah, this is shocking. I think at the beginning of the day, if you would have told me USA went game 5 with France, I probably wouldn't have been surprised, given how France, I think, you know, and to my standards, I don't think they were playing as well as they could have. This day, you know, Team France has looked pretty good. They've looked pretty solid, but I think Kevin has been remarkable. Also, Chief Beef making some really clutch plays in some big moments, even defensively in that last game in the final moments, stepping up to the plate, getting that save. That was huge. So, you know, Team USA on the brink of getting what I would consider a pretty big upset, taking out Team France, because at the beginning of this whole tournament, I thought that Team France and Saudi Arabia were locks for the grand finals.
Yeah, I think, just back to what you said about the United States, I think Kevin's been the standout player. I think Chief Beef, though, has such a super solid foundation that Kevin's been able to make these plays solo, get the ball upfield, trusting that Chief Beef is going to be able to be there. And that's a big thing, especially in twos, is that trust. Knowing that your teammate has your back. If you need to get back to defense, they're there just to buy that little extra time. And Chief Beef done a great job, but Kevin, leading that charge. And if he can stay on it and not start to second guess anything here, we could see United States take this series and go to the grand finals. But this is where that experience might come out for France. You know, Chief Beef is going to get a little bit nervous in a situation like this. When he's got a chance to go to the grand finals, that lack of experience, it might start to hit you.
I just noticed something as well. I'm sitting here looking at the scoreboard in the pregame lobby, and the USA is so committed, so locked in. Not only do they have the antenna, the decal, they are in a club That is
Are they
USA.
really?
They're in the USA club. So it's like
That's so good.
They have bought in.
That doesn't
The United
surprise me,
States,
yeah.
they are leaving it all out there on the field. And it's
Here's
all
the thing.
coming down to this final game. Champions Field, the decider to see who will have a chance at moving on. And Chief Beef off the kickoff scores first yet again for the United States.
I am going to go back. I'm assuming he's streaming. I am watching this VOD back because I know the comms and vibes are immaculate right now. No matter what happens in this series, the fact they're starting off game number 5 on Champions Field with a goal, you know it's going to be great.
Oh, it's back-to-back kickoff goals. It's a fighting match where the two heavyweights they touch gloves and then immediately start landing blows without bothering to block. Haymaker after haymaker to see who will be able to stand. What a start to the game, Leaf.
I like it. It's basically like we deleted 10 seconds off our total timer. An equalizer quickly found by France after United States opening goal. Kevin finds it over one.
Oh, this
He
should
can't
be a
get there in
goal.
time. Yeah, you're right. That should be in. Moxie's still upfield. And the rest of the United States nowhere to be found.
That was a tough situation to be in for Chief Beef. Felt like he had to go, but was not going to be able to beat Fairy Peak to that ball. Even if he does turn back, probably wouldn't have been able to even get back in time to defend the shot. Moxie has to be careful. Got the touch, but Kevin won the boost. Now Kevin going to put that boost to work. Gets the shot. Rebound out to Chief Beef, who kicks it in reverse, tries to dribble it backwards, gets the 50, and will have a solo play opportunity.
Hey, I mean, the back it up worked, and now he's got that pressure still on offense, and a steal from Kevin.
What do you?
Is gonna put
This
it
was
away.
so good from Chief Beef. The backwards and play into the 50, gets the reset, goes back to the ball as well. Fairy Peak has his eyes locked on Chief Beef, and that gives Kevin the opening to slide in and get that shot on target. You'll love to see that from Chief Beef, but now Fairy Peak, an opportunity, launches it in, gets the lead for France after the USA tied it up. Huge play, huge response from Team France, back out on top.
I mean, this has been the story of game number 5. Anything the United States does, France answers back immediately. United States is being let know that they will never have a moment to breathe in this game. It's a good touch off the back to Moxie, who can move it upfield. He's going to solo as much as possible, but a great touch from Beef. Sends that one flying. Kevin keeps the pressure up. Beef looking for a demo, and that's just going to roll to the net on the goal line. And Fairy Peak almost gets bumped in to the ball.
So hectic. Fairy Peak has no boost. Has to pop it. And a wave dash back to the ball. Good speed from Fairy Peak. Now Moxie has to be careful not to overcommit. Does get demo. Chief Beef couldn't get the shot right away. Moxie, will he be able to respawn in time? Yes! Moxie back into the game just in the nick of time and now has possession. Big flick. We'll send it to the USA corner.
That's a steal away by Moxie. Towards the net. Kevin can't do anything. Fairy Peak immediately recognizing the opportunity. Turns point and gets the goal.
Really good turn there by Moxie, winning that ball back. Kevin has to then streak back to net as quickly as possible, but the damage was done. Team France, they get another goal. I think some insurance there, and Fairy Peak does land a demo off kickoff, doesn't even bother getting the corner boost, tries to get it mid as quickly as possible, and it was the right call. Moxie in position to smack that ball into the net, give France a 3-goal lead.
Yeah, this is going to be a quick huddle for United States. They got to change something fast. France has been gaining a lot of momentum here. United States falling behind on a couple 50s. They're trying to get an answer back. Kevin, great demo on that goal line. Opens up the scoring for Beef, but again, they gotta keep this up.
Hectic. Another crazy kickoff. Kevin actually gets bumped, lands, and then somehow is able to land a demo. It didn't even look like he was supersonic there. So another kickoff goal for the United States, who have had multiple kickoff goals in this series. kickoffs have heavily been in their favor, and another fake kickoff attempted there by Team USA, but doesn't result in an immediate opportunity. But Team France caught out a little bit. You can see fighting to get boost, leaving the play to go get that mid boost. Moxie will catch it and flicks it up over one. Well done by France, dealing with that pressure.
2 goals back for the United States at the halfway point. Moxie with a flip. He's got to beat 2. We've seen him do it before, especially when those 2 have no boost. And another steal for Fairy Peak. This could be a prolonged pressure from France. What a shot there. Power was there. The accuracy a little bit off, though. Fairy Peak. Another one himself, but United States doing what they've done before, James. Holding on to that goal line with 0 boost.
Surviving, but not thriving. They need that boost to thrive. Cheap Beef will get the boost. Back down to the ground. Goes for a 50, but beat heavily by Moxie. This is a long 2v1 that Kevin's going to have to play out of, but he navigates that so well. They give up the ball, though. I thought he was going to be able to keep it a little closer. Kevin opts to go for the corner boost and now takes it airborne. Kevin up against Fairy Peak. Goes for the shot and scores it. We've seen this a lot, Lee. You threaten that you might be able to go for the flip reset, but in the end, you just keep poking the ball through, and Kevin
Tap it in.
Gets it right past Fairy Peak. Huge goal for United States. We're now within 1.
Just tap it in. And that's, you're right, the theme of the past few days. Those surprise goals. Fairy Peak thought it was a little bit higher, tries to reach to it, and it goes off his car and the bar. And then that 1 goal now separating these 2 teams in a grand finals position in the Apex Nationals presented by FIFA E. United States.
Infield pass is intercepted.
Finds
Fairy
it.
Peak. That's disastrous. Kevin picks the pocket of France and gets the equalizer. A hospital ball from Fairy Peak. That is devastating for France.
Yeah, I mean, I question if mental could be a problem. We saw a little pull away from France with a 3-goal lead, but that's not the situation anymore. United States are here to play ball and have fun doing it too, thriving in some of the chaos on the offensive half and holding on to 0 boost goal line saves. It's been quite the spectacle from the United States. France still has it in them to answer. Moxie looking for a chance.
Has to be careful. Fairy Peak does win it. Chief Beef's up. Tips it out to the side. Chief Beef will be low on boost. Kevin has the help. Should be a free ball for Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak off the ceiling now. Chief Beef is floating. Moxie waiting for the pass. The pass is there. He rips it top corner. Moxie takes the lead for France in the final minute.
With only 40 seconds left, France showing their prowess, the accuracy from Moxie. Slots away top left. And the United States are left to answer. The situation will become more frantic every second that counts down.
Moxie in the air, reset. Goes back to the ground. Gets it over to Chief Beef. Floating defense isn't enough. And Fairy Peak gets another for Team France.
How does this work? Moxie's threat is unreal. Both players have to respect every possible outcome from Moxie, and they can't predict the right one. Fairy Peak with the cleanup. France up by 2. 20 seconds left. United States have to lock in right now, James.
They certainly do. Time ticking away. Oh, this is a good opportunity. Goes low, and Kevin will get the goal.
I don't even know what I'm looking at anymore. Goal after goal after goal. United States, the mental stays strong. They lock in and find an opening against France. With only 2 seconds now gone by, the difference is only 1.
Possession for Team USA. And Kevin beats by 1. Fairy Peak will get the corner boost, but has to be careful. Needs to dodge the demo.
Plays it slow. Chief Beef gets 150. Kevin in for another one here. They're going to be a low boost on the attack. That's straight to the ground. And France are going to be your first grand finalists in the Apex Nationals.
What a series. That felt like a grand final. That was hang on to your seat action from beginning to end, and Moxie does claim the 1,000 point bounty for his team in that game. So a bounty in the final game of the series, 7-6. It was down to the wire. Team France and Team USA, they gave us raw entertainment.
Well, that to me, the big story is the fact that the United States kept us that close and gave us that kind of series against France, the team that you earlier and yesterday, even at the beginning of this entire tournament, said should be in the grand finals. This France team should be in the grand finals. They are now, but it was not an easy route for them. United States put them to work.
I was confident that they would get to the grand finals, but after watching it, I don't think I should have been as confident as I was. It was a lot closer than I expected. I will say that. But at the same time, Team France showed up when it mattered. They got the job done. They even did it on U.S. East servers, not on their home turf. So with the pressure on it being Game 5, you're playing on higher ping. Under all that pressure, Team France still made it through. So under the pressure, they became diamonds. And, man, they shone bright. And they're going to be in the grand finals waiting for the winner between Saudi Arabia and Canada.
Well, that's the thing. As I said before, I'm going to be going and watching that Chief Beef VOD later because I know it's going to be exciting to watch. But we do need to find out one more team to join in the grand finals here. Is it going to be Saudi Arabia or is it going to be Canada? Stay tuned for more of the Apex Nationals in just a little bit.
the night, city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light, giving light.
Everybody, welcome back to the Apex Nationals. Lawler and Lethmere presented by FIFA E. And we are presented by them too, I guess. I kind of put that out of order. Either way, I saw words, I read them, it didn't go well.
Yeah, a little
jokes
jumble.
aside, what did go well was that first series. My goodness, if we want to take a look at the bracket, just as a preview of what went down just a short bit ago, USA and France putting up a fight on both sides. A couple bounties completed, Lethmere, but unfortunately for USA, it is France on top.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good showing from USA, though. They also took one of the home servers on the France side. That was a great showing. A couple crazy moments, like the last second 0-second goal that almost went in for Moxie to get a bounty. Speaking of bounties, we want to look at the updated page for the bounties. We've got 2 that were collected by Team USA. They are unfortunately out of the tournament now, so they can't get any more of them, but they get $500 for that 3rd, 4th place, as well as $100 for the 2 bounties they collected, as well as the 1,000-point game that Moxie just got for Team France, but they are still in the running, and they can still get the 5-goal game, or maybe even a triple flip reset. I've seen Moxie hit a couple in the past, but we got the next series coming up in a second, so...
Yeah, man. I mean, at the tail end of that, you heard James Bott also exclaiming about how close he was to hitting the 5-goal game.
A couple times.
It was a couple times. There was one right at the last second that I know he definitely exclaimed for. So, again, it's close. And I think we kind of came into that, and you look at the lobby by default, and you go, man, France is huge favorites here. You know, you're looking at what's on that field. But, you know, you and I were talking in the green room a little bit about, you know, the quality of play. And when you get to a certain level, it's like anybody can beat anybody. And I still was like, I don't know about anybody. And then Moxie, like, dimed one top right. And I was like, okay, that helps. But...
Yeah.
It's still super close down to the wire. Like, round of applause to Chief Beef and Kevin.
They were good
couple
spirits
decisions
too.
I was a little kind of whatever about, but they fought tooth and nail. It was close.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the first time I think those two have played Moxie and Fairy Peak. So for that showing is fantastic, and they were good vibes out of the tournament. They were like, well, honestly, we played our best and it looked good. Kevin was popping off. I'm glad that he got to kind of showcase what he can do. He was showing that way back in the first Apex event where people were surprised at who this guy was, and we're like, yeah, that's why he qualified. He mechanically very, very solid. And like we talked about yesterday, his boost consumption was some of the lowest but most efficient, and just good pacing. So he covered well for Beef, and I think played around Beef really well. And also Chief Beef, stepped out of the plate a little bit. He had a couple of good moments, like that flip reset over, I think it was Fairy Peak, and then that last second shot from Kevin. Some good, honestly, like pro play looking plays that they made. So I was happy with how the series went.
Yeah, you heard Chad mentioning it too. Kevin's ability to perform under, maybe a pad or two. I mean, there's a lot of times where France was applying a ton of pressure, and defense, they weren't able to grab their corners, and it's like they were taking shot after shot, and they were still able to find a way to break out and get down to the other side. So really awesome to see. Unfortunately, that does spell the end of their story. As we jump into now our second match of the day, it's going to be Saudi Arabia versus Canada, and we don't have to, try to be coy about it. Saudi Arabia looks like the heavy favorites, man. They look absolutely dominant. Even with Kresber, having 180 ping or 160 ping most of the day,
still looks crazy.
They look unbelievable, and it was nothing but sweeps. Whenever we're a part of the broadcast, it's been close, but for James and Leaf, this is the first time where they're like, wow, there was actually back and forth for once.
No, it's been a great start to the grand finals day, and like you said, I think Nubo's gonna be a star player in this next matchup, and maybe we'll see a Psycho. Maybe he'll go for one. He's probably antsy to get a couple of those bounties. I'm sure he hit quite a few 1,000-point games just yesterday. So now hit one when it counts.
Yeah, it's gonna be easier said than done, obviously. Talking about Canada and stuff like that, you don't want to hear it from us. We're going to go to our own resident Canadian that's not Lethmere. We got Leaf and James Bott standing by for match 2 of the day, Saudi Arabia versus Canada.
34.
I'm not Canadian.
No, well, I mean, you're close enough, right? You're like 5 hours from me.
Hold on, wait, are you Canadian?
That's
Say
what
about.
I've been told. I've been about.
Yeah, you're Canadian. All right,
Okay.
that makes sense. I was
most of
really
the-
confused by Lawler for a second there, but no, that makes a lot of
My,
sense. Also, yeah, he was right. We never get to see any close matches. We finally got to see a close match, but I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know if we'll see any more close matches. That might be the last one if Saudi
Yeah.
Arabia plays at the level they can. Also, I will say too, just looking at the ping yesterday, Crespor was playing on 160 ping. Maybe Crespor found a different server that is much better to him, or is playing from a different location, because right now Crespor on 108 ping, Talks on 100, Nubo is on
that's what I heard.
88, so this is pretty even ping. Cosmic is the highest at 148, so this is a very close matchup in terms of the servers. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. I think skill-wise, Nubo, without a doubt, the best player in the lobby, but Canada does have a strong team lead.
Yeah, I again, I was going to start this by saying a couple numbers here, and it was 34 to 10, and that was the goal difference for Saudi Arabia yesterday. Absolutely massive outscoring against both Turkey and France, I remind you. Part of those goals were against France. It was a 3-0, 3-0 for them. But, I mean, I don't know. It's snowing, a first snowfall right now. That's where Canadians thrive. Maybe Talk is going to feel on his A game coming into this. But, yeah, you're going to need that kind of magic against Saudi Arabia, because this is the heavy favorite in the Apex Nationals.
Talk has the ice, is what you're saying, but right now it's only outside.
Yeah. Well, hopefully he's not getting maybe a window open.
Needs it on the pitch.
How cools PC down, you know.
You did see Nubo score 5 goals multiple times yesterday as well. I think Nubo, one of the players that legitimately could complete all 5 bounties today. So keep your eye on Nubo.
And that's saying a lot too, considering one of them's a psycho, and that is relatively rare to see in competition.
I don't think you need to say relatively. It's extremely
It's
rare.
rare. Yeah. But I do
about as
believe
rare
if
as
anyone
it
pull
can
it
get.
off, yeah. It'll be Nubo. Again, Presper played it phenomenally, even with that high ping. He played a great support for Nubo, but this might be the first goal for Team Canada by Cosmic. Lands on the ground and just stutter stops.
They were both low boost, and Cosmic got caught mid-flip. That was a good early chance for Team Canada, but Nubo will read the defense easily. Crespor, good speed, pops it up high, stays behind the ball. Looked like Talk was expecting another touch, and Nubo comes in and picks that pocket. Just slides that ball in.
Something that Team Canada is going to need to recognize quickly is that Presper is going to be looking for Nubo a lot. If Presper's in the air with the ball, expect Nubo to be not far behind there. And after that boost was wasted, Talk didn't do much for that groundwork. Now it's Nubo solo play down the other end. 2 defenders surely stop it, and they do. Presper's turn to show what he can do as a solo play.
That was a clean catch there, not letting the ball bounce, but this is a chance now for Team Canada. Talk is going to try to get this ball, take it up. Instead of playing it quick, instead try to take the possession. I don't know if they
He's just afraid of the
slotted
speed.
that in. Yeah, just giving Saudi Arabia a lot of respect defensively, just assuming they would have been able to get back to defend it.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. You kind of have to give respect to these players on the Saudi Arabian
that's
side
goal.
here.
And Nubo, I thought it was a goal, but Nubo jumped up really early. Didn't have any boost to make adjustments.
I mean, we're learning that anything to do with predicting Saudi Arabia right now, James, has not been well for you. So if you want them to score, don't call it out loud.
You're right. You should just watch.
Silent for the rest of the series now. We won't be able to. This is already an intense series, only a 1-goal difference, approaching the halfway mark. Of course, Nubo's going to play safe on that. He had no boost, and Talk clear chance to clear it.
Canada has Nubo on low boost and lots of boost themselves. Nubo all the way back. They make the most of it. Nubo again, low on boost in the corner is stolen. A great challenge by Crespor, and that gets Saudi Arabia a chance to break out.
No, that's the key component that just happened there. We had a boost steal and full boost for Team Canada. The fact that Crespor approached that so aggressively allowed that space for Saudi Arabia and forced Canada back to their own end.
And that was something that really was a highlight of Saudi Arabia yesterday, was Crespor's defense. Even on high ping, making some massive stops, getting having multiple occasions where Nubo says "what a save" in the chat, and not the "what a save" of like toxicity, but a legitimate like "holy smokes, how did you save that?" Nubo showing respect to Crespor's play.
I want to kind of talk about the pacing of the play we're seeing right now because like right now it does not feel like Saudi Arabia is doing what they did yesterday. Canada's keeping them on toe, and to speak to that, a goal.
It looked like Nubo might have side flipped as well. Cresport, it was a savable shot for him. It was a savable ball. It was really awkward, but I think after that touch, he was expecting Nubo to make the play, and Nubo side flipped. Maybe intentionally, unintentionally, not quite sure, but that gave Team Canada the window. And now another chance. This one goes in. Cosmic scores and takes the lead for Team Canada.
Cosmic has just stayed there. He said, I'm not going anywhere. Blue is my half now. And continues to 1v2 both of the Saudi Arabian players for a second goal for Canada. And now approaching that final minute of gameplay, James, Canada with the lead is going to have Saudi Arabia having to make decisions here.
Saudi Arabia lobbing that one towards net. It doesn't go in, and it's pinched off the post.
I surely thought that was an equalizer. And somehow Team Canada manages to keep that one away. And now that we're in that final minute, Team Canada playing defense just to keep an equalizer from Saudi Arabia out of the net. The attack is going to be relentless. You know it now. Saudi Arabia will start to pick up that pace. Nubo trying to start things off. Cresper to back off to defense where we know he's familiar.
Ball up to Nubo, but Nubo doesn't have a lot of boost. Pops it over one. No panic from Cosmic on the back line, and that pinch 50 will go all the way out past midfield. Nubo tries to go for a wall pinch. Is in an isolation play. Talk last one back. Cresport going for the demo. Talk can't make the save. The lead block play. Hands out for Saudi Arabia, and they tie it up with only 20 seconds left to go.
I gotta say, Talk played the patience really well here. Honestly, staying grounded, not panicking on that blocker.
Yeah, except for the fact that he let the ball in the net.
Well, but then you still also have a great play from the blocker that cut off that jump that Talk needed. So patience was good, but
it was a tough
can't
spot.
do much. Yeah,
that's the nightmare scenario. If you're a defender, the nightmare scenario is you're in the 2v1 and you're having to dodge bump.
No boost. Canada's attack is going to fizzle out here. If they can turn it around, it'll have to be a full court carry. That's another goal, though. For
no way!
A banger to finish it off.
0-second goal by Nubo. Cresport gets the pass, gets the bump, clears the runway, and it's Nubo who takes off, scores the game winner at 0 seconds, and claims a Game 1 victory for his team.
An absolute rocket. You thought maybe we get overtime. Team Canada doing a great job of keeping Saudi Arabia at bay, but this is where these two players thrive. Nubo specifically is when you think maybe there's a moment of relief. Maybe we're going to overtime. Wow. Nubo strikes.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, it was a team effort. Cresport got control of the ball, took it up on the sidewall, and in that play you heard Lethamir talk about how Chief Beef was making some pro level plays. What Cresport did is one of the most effective plays at the pro level is when you go, you not only get the pass or put the ball in an area that is beneficial for your team to make a play, but then you go for the bump as well. You're able to get the touch on the ball that results in a pass, but also leaves your car on a trajectory where you're able to land a bump or deny the approach to the defense who wants to stop the shot. That was so good from Cresport and clutch from Nubo. All around, that play encapsulating what makes Saudi Arabia so difficult to beat.
Well, I think that's something Team Canada, again, that they kept at bay for a good amount of time there is going to have to realize is that in those frantic moments, in those high pressure moments, Saudi Arabia is going to connect. They're going to thrive. They always do. Nubo specifically, the creativity mixed with his mechs means that in those situations, he's likely to come out on top. One win there for Saudi Arabia now.
At the same time, though, I think that was a great showing from Canada. If you remember yesterday, Leaf, nothing was close for Saudi Arabia. It felt like every game was a breeze. Every game was a walk in the park for them. Canada has tested Saudi Arabia more than we've seen any other team so far. So I think that is something to look for. That's the silver lining for Team Canada fans.
I would have flipped his head under one. The second touch doesn't come out, but it works anyways. Talk finds the first goal for Canada.
Nasty from Talk, gets the reset, the Arsenal reset, and then goes for a ground double. And Nubo has to respect the ground double. He was so close to getting that touch that Nubo is forced to cover the option, and when he didn't make contact on the ground double, Nubo just wasn't in position to deal with it. And now we see another opportunity. Talk with the flick top bins. Canada are off to the races.
Great decision from Talk to stay on that. He knew he had 2 pads on his path towards that ball. Keeps the pressure. You think Nubo maybe gets a save here, but with a full tank of boost, he can't connect. Talk, smart play to stay.
It'll be clean possession finally for Saudi Arabia. Nubo, the most dangerous player when he's got boost. But an immediate challenge. Talk not letting Nubo have any time on ball. Now this is dangerous. Talk up off the ceiling. Goes for the backboard hit. It was contested. Rebound out to Cosmic, and Cosmic slots it. Canada up 3-0.
What an incredible start. A fast start, too, for Canada. Great placement. Nubo, a little bit of speed. Cosmic saw him going to the right post. Shoots it left with a tiny area to put in, and Nubo has to hit the brakes, but the momentum already was the wrong way.
Another opportunity. Cresport does get a hand up, but steals the corner boost. Nubo, will he still make it happen? He still will. So Nubo had the corner boost taken from him and still makes this play.
Yeah, Cosmic got a little bit too close to that and just couldn't get out of it. And in this level of play, that spacing that you have to your opponents in those moments is so critical. A few millimeters off, like we saw there, and you're out of the play.
Oh, Cresport chasing it down. It looked like Team Canada was going to breeze their way to a response in Game 2, get the victory, but Saudi Arabia comes roaring back. Cresport denying the corner clear. That one might have even hit post and gone back out into the middle. But Cresport there to challenge and block off the escape route. Great job by Cresport. But then off
pressure.
kickoff, what is happening?
Team Canada's kickoffs are something else right now. Feeding that ball to Nubo, knowing that he has to launch that back to his teammate.
Yeah, rare mistake.
Yeah. And well, that's the thing is I'm like, is Team Canada saying, I know that he's just going to slam the ball away here and my teammate's got it? It's
well,
like, that's heads up play if so.
Nubo, I think maybe just didn't want that ball bouncing so high. Maybe was going to try to hit the ball hard to roll it up the sidewall, but instead ended up passing it right to an oncoming attacker. Nubo also getting contested on this ball. Cosmic's up. Talk waiting to see what happens. Infield pass. Talk has the bailout. Will pop it up high. Turns for it. Cosmic has a full tank. Talk's going to go for the 50 off the ceiling. Cosmic there. The shot saved by Cresport. That was a big save. If Saudi Arabia get back into this game, that looked like a sure goal for Canada, but they still make the play. Team Canada whittling down Saudi Arabia and getting that goal.
Man. Look at that play from Talk too. Great pass out center and then plays the body. Taking new ball. He can't get a touch on that. They are relentless on that goal line on the blue side. Canada. What a strong lead from them right now, but I think we may have a serve issue, yeah.
Calling for a pause. So the players are calling for a pause right now.
James, Team Canada on the offensive half feels so comfortable. It feels it feels like that 15-year-old mentality where you just don't have any inhibition and you just go. You just trust your instincts, and I feel like that's what Team Canada is relying on right now, and it's working.
Yeah, I think it's Cresport is very high level, but Cosmic is up there in pro lobbies, playing against pros and 1v1s, also playing in CRL, which is extremely high level now. I think just in the situation where you do have a player, Cresport's defense was very good. He's still playing well. And honestly, I think Nubo is not playing as well as he did yesterday. I think that is kind of the difference for Saudi Arabia right now. But when you have that maybe two stronger players and you're the better overall team per se, you want to pick up that pace. You want to play as fast as possible and highlight that weakness in the defense on the other team.
There's a chance there as we get reset for Saudi Arabia to make a move. Nubo might get a chance there. A little pop, but Talk reads it nicely, and with enough boost gets that set up for Cosmic, and that will, in fact, be in.
Oh, and again, Nubo trying to cook here. Pressport diving in, getting 50'd, and that is going to be an instantaneous goal on the other end. But still, yesterday we saw Nubo have so much time on ball. It seemed like he was having a free reign of the sidewall as well, being able to roll the ball up the sidewall, grab the mid boost, attack from above. We haven't really seen that. The times where Nubo's tried to take it airborne, Talk has been there to shut things down very quickly. Even in the isolation plays, like we just saw, Nubo getting shut down, and another goal from Canada. They're leaving Saudi Arabia in the rearview mirror. This game is so one-sided. We have not seen this happen to Saudi Arabia before.
Look at that aggression. I mean, Cresper just thinks, oh, we're in our own half in the corner. One of their players is in our net. We're safe in this corner. But no, there's Cosmic saying, I don't care. I'm there. You are not safe anywhere. Team Canada. Saudi Arabia's going to need a big answer coming into Game 3 because I feel like this one might be over for Saudi Arabia. I don't want to call it now, but this play right now very much leads me to believe Team Canada will come out on top.
Yeah, this is one of those games where you just know it's chalk, right?
Yeah.
Game is chalk. But for Saudi Arabia, you still play for bounties. And for Team Canada as well. They're also still playing for bounties. Cosmic sitting at 4 goals. And Talk is sitting at 800 points. So this is a chance for Team Canada to put some work in on the bounties front. Pocket a little extra cash. I think for Saudi Arabia, they need to build some of that confidence. I think Nubo needs to get one of his trademark goals. Highly mechanical, skillful goal. Does get one back there. So this is a goal here for Saudi Arabia, but what they really need is the confidence for Nubo and for him to rise to the level that he was playing yesterday.
Yeah, the problem right now, again, is I think they're struggling multiple times in their own corner. They're feeling that aggression. If they get a good 50 and catch Canada off guard on that aggression, maybe that's going to be their answer here. But whatever it is right now has not been their answer. Because Canada still leads 4 goals with final minute, game number 2.
Yeah. And again, there you see, I think Team Canada just knows to not give Nubo any time. Just challenge fast every time. Challenge fast every time. Because then you at least, like if you're challenging fast, you force Nubo to get around the defender, but you know, a lot of times his solo play will be shut down and then the ball will be in the hands of Crespor. So I think that's what Team Canada's strategy is just get up really quickly against Nubo, play the body or the ball, just make sure that he cannot get that solo play done. Even if you get beat, even if the ball gets around you and Crespor has it, at least take Nubo out of the play.
That's the thing. Maybe we see Crespor start to lead the charge. Hey, he's going to find a goal.
That's it.
Instead of Nubo, so Nubo can clean stuff up here, but a good 50, or leave, sorry, out to Crespor there. Talk, nowhere to be found. 3 goals down. James, I don't know about 22 seconds and 3 goals, but we've seen a million kickoff goals, so who knows?
Yeah, not impossible, but improbable. I think for me, I'm just wondering if Talk will be able to get the 1,000 points. He's in the dribble right now. Air dribbles it past. Pick up the corner boost. Put the shot on target. Flip reset pass over to Cosmic. Cosmic scores! There's the bounty! Cosmic completes the score 5 goals in a single game bounty, and Talk is at 985 points. Talk just needs 15 more points. This could be a fake kickoff. Let it be a shot. Talk saves it. Or it could be another goal. And a assist for Talk. Nope. Canada will win it.
I also want to talk about the synergy. I mean, that last goal there that got that bounty for Cosmic, you saw that boost from Talk as well to get the pinch. That could have gone disastrous if Cosmic kept driving forward. But the synergy there, just to get a little extra power off of it, real clean from Canada. You can tell that they're working together, excuse me, in ways that can only be called telepathic sometimes. They just know what to do, and their spacing is so good. You're right, they're shutting down the playbook of Saudi Arabia. All in all, they have multiple things that are going well for them right now. It's not just one singular component that Saudi Arabia can fix in one game. This is going to be a long journey for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and it's the first game loss that Saudi Arabia has experienced. They swept all of yesterday. They looked unstoppable yesterday. Nubo in particular looked insane, and this today he's looked a little mortal. You see how quickly Talk and Cosmic have been challenging in the air, not giving Nubo any time. So you wonder now that the ball is back in Nubo's court, so to speak, how he's going to adjust. How is he going to play? Because he is the heart and soul of the Saudi Arabia team. He needs to be on point and finding ways to pick the defense apart. And right now, Team Canada has had Nubo's number. They've been able to shut down those solo plays. We've seen Crespor score a couple of those opportunities, and maybe that's what it's going to take. Maybe Nubo's just going to have to play the ball around the defense and trust that Crespor can hit those shots in the 1v1 situation.
I mean, a little physical play might help. Right now, Team Canada has had incredible positioning. Take them out of the play. Maybe that opens up the space that you need. But it is tied up 1-1 in the series. Best of 5 and a first goal for Team Canada yet again.
And this was an all-in situation. Nubo goes for a bump on Talk. Talk dodges it easily. You're seeing players be so good at dodging bumps now, using that switchy save, the in and out, wrap-around mechanic. Dodges the bump attempt, and Crespor can't get back in time. Nubo goes all in now, fake kickoff, but huge block, and now Crespor dives in. Talk beats it by him. Nubo, can he get back in time? Yes, he will be there, but Cosmic, lead blocker, gets the bump on Nubo, and Talk will score again.
Yeah, I don't know what the answer is going to be. I talked about, maybe some physical play, but you saw it before they got scored on because Nubo went for that, and now they're trying to dive and be aggressive. Crespor gets caught out of the play. Yeah, Team Canada, I said it's a multi-point approach right now. There are a few things Saudi Arabia needs to do to shut this down.
Wow. This would be such a shock if Team Canada takes down Saudi Arabia. We're seeing another opportunity. Cosmic off the pass from Talk. We're getting into tilt territory.
And it's also tough because you wonder about the mental. I mean, there's also the idea that Team Canada has the chance to get a trip to FIFA E, whereas, these other two players are already going to be in the area. So
yeah, they kind of live in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, so the motivation on that aspect a little bit less. Obviously, the prize pool's nice, but
the ticket is maybe a car ride as opposed to
You're
a flight.
Yeah, that I just think overall right now we're just seeing two kids playing a game they know how to instinctively play.
And the crazy thing is, as well, Leaf, is that this Canada team wasn't even the number 1 seed out of the last group. I think many people would agree that Group B looked like the stacked group with Saudi Arabia and France both in there. Canada, the USA was the number 1 seed. Canada the number 2 seed.
And who knows? I mean, here's the thing. Team Canada lost to Brazil and then won again to get that 2nd seed. So maybe it was just an off first series for them. Had they won that, who knows how it would have gone, but the 4th goal for Canada.
Oh, baby. What a slap from Cosmic here. And Talk zones Crespor out. Doesn't let Crespor get that corner boost. Crespor was kind of out of position because he wanted to go for the corner boost. Ended up having to turn around and take on Cosmic in that shooting opportunity with nothing in the tank. Such a fantastic play.
Well, another prediction has a chance of being completely wrong now, as Saudi Arabia at the beginning of the day felt like maybe the favorites to win the whole tournament. And that dream is quickly diminishing.
Oh, wow. This is unthinkable. This is unthinkable right now. Nubo is sitting at 68 points. Pressport, 96 points. Cosmic, 527 points. Hawk, 372. It feels like Saudi Arabia can't get possession. They can't get boost. They're not having shots. And then you see the plays. Nubo was trying to land bumps, wasn't landing the bumps. Nubo getting bumped himself. Everything is going wrong for Saudi Arabia. Talk lead blocker play ends up turning off, but Saudi Arabia needs something.
Well, that's the boost. You even saw just a moment ago on that pinch corner play there. Team Canada used that as an opportunity to steal both of the corner boosts on Saudi Arabia's side, making sure that even if they did get that ball down to Canada's side, that they wouldn't stay there for long.
Oh, there we go for Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia making the most of that one. Huge 50 by Cresport. It's exactly what you want. A powerful 50 bouncing back into the middle. Perfectly done by Cresport. I mean, this is not out. It's not out of the realm of possibility. There's still about half the game left to play, too. This can be a very high-scoring game mode. But at a minimum, you just need something for the mental for Saudi Arabia. They have been getting beat down by Canada this game.
Oh, Ren, I mean, even if you don't win this game, you don't want to go into match point being this far behind, but there's one of those climb back goals against Team Canada. Again, it was Cresper leading the way.
Yep, Cresport landing a bump. It's the ball out to Nubo. That's what you want. You want Nubo the one in the shooting position.
Nope.
So we're back within 3 goals now for Saudi Arabia. This is doable. Also, the boost grab by Nubo. This is a chance for Nubo to make an air dribble bump play. Goes instead for the double. And my, oh my, is it pretty. Nubo scoring the double tap.
Okay, we might have Nubo unlocked. We talked about it in a doom and gloom kind of way, but now Saudi Arabia has woken up. 2 goals in a row within 30 seconds. A kickoff potential here. Resper won't be able to get up, so there'll be a little more time between this and their next goal. Saudi Arabia back in the game now.
Huge play, but Talk gets into a 1v1 situation. Talk the musty. Oh, it's a rebound. Cresport didn't get the read. This was crazy.
So it was Shogun. Well, look at this. The respect on the goal line there that's going to go in.
Yeah.
And Nubo says, I have to go for this.
Yeah, I mean, it was a situation where the shot was off target. Could have just let it bounce up, but it was close enough to where you think maybe I need to dive in for this. Pass up from Nubo. Cresport loses the 50. Nubo will be able to collect it, but that really douses the fire that Saudi Arabia had going. It looked like Saudi Arabia was actually going to get back into this game and maybe threaten to come back, but with that goal, now at this time going off the clock, it looks like that was a big-time stabilizing and finishing goal for Team Canada.
Right. At this point, Team Canada just has to make sure they're there for the 50s. They keep possession. Play it slow. Final minute of gameplay. 3 goals back for Saudi Arabia. Best of 5. This would be match point for Canada if they can't get it back, but they just play so tight in there, and they drop in another one.
This was crazy from Cresport. Just goes all in. Actually re-flips into that 50. He read that play so well. Just knew that we have to get a goal here. I think this play is going to develop this way. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to commit to this line and just hope that my read is right. And it was good.
To be fair, he's made those kind of reads before in this tournament, so it's not something that seems lucky or out of place. But as you said, long post, but Nubo can clear that away. 40 seconds for 2 goals is not out of the realm of possibility, James.
Talkmo does beat it around. Cresport. Nubo will slow it down. That demo is going to hurt. Precious time being milked off the clock.
50 out center. Cresport to the corner. Going to pop most favorable for him, but he'll still be able to get possession out of it. Lose control off the ceiling. A 50 from Nubo if he can get up there, but they're playing it real safe right now, expecting that speed from Canada. Talk playing it safe though with no boost. They just want to count down that clock. And 4 seconds left. Team Canada is going to end up with a second game in their pocket. One more game away from a grand finals where they'll face off against France.
That would be insane if Team Canada can take down the favorites of Saudi Arabia, who beat France. They swept France. They shut France out. I think two games in the shutout as well, or in the sweep as well. I know they shut them out that first game.
Yeah.
So this is kind of crazy. I did not think that the number 2 seed out of Group A was going to be able to hold a candle to Saudi Arabia, but Canada's come out swinging. They've looked incredibly good. Cosmic, in particular, has been very good. Landing bumps, hitting the shots that Talk is setting them up for. Talk also dodging that bump attempt by Nupo. And both of them have been doing a great job at making sure Nupo does not have the space to highlight his mechanics. They're forcing a lot of pressure on Crespor and also minimizing the effectiveness of Nubo, who's still yet to use that creativity that we saw yesterday to help get Saudi Arabia past the finish line. And now there's no more lives for Saudi Arabia. It is now or never.
Well, I also want to go back to, you mentioned Team Canada coming in the second seed here. I really think now, watching them play, that could have been a different reality had they won their first series against Brazil. Because, again, they came back and dominated them. They dominated Australia in that series as well. Had they played United States, I mean, there's a real possibility that would have been a dominating series for Team Canada too, and they would have been a first seed. So I really don't know if that second seed thing is really going to hold a lot of weight to what we're seeing now. I think Team Canada definitely could have come out on top there had they started at a less slow pace against Brazil.
Certainly, but like Lawler was saying, all these teams are so good. You expect these teams to be able to compete no matter who they're going up against with the level or the caliber of player on every squad. And I mean, that's true here for Canada. Just looking at the roster and then talking about it yesterday, we did mention Canada, how in that creator spot, if you have a pro level player, it makes them such a big threat. And that's what Talk is. Talk representing Team Canada as the captain. Cosmic playing on the west coast of the U.S., qualifying to help Talk try to get the win here at the Apex Nationals presented by FIFA E. Cosmic has been stepping up to the plate, but Talk, the one trying to get that first goal.
Be real though. On the goal line there, James. To have that kind of presence of mind with a threatening shot like that, Saudi Arabia is staying locked in. They're not giving up yet, despite the fact that it seems like odds are against them.
Team Canada a chance to move on to play France in the grand finals. It'll be a best of 7 winners. Look at the lion's share of the prize pool, but also a trip to Riyadh to experience FIFA E finals themselves. And Cosmic inches Canada closer and closer to that goal.
Team Canada now has opened up the scoring in, I believe, every game. And in the last 2, they've held on to it. This one a little bit later, though. Saudi Arabia keeping it closer so far. How long can they do that? Another attack potentially from Cosmic. Nupo up quick to clear that. Cresper's touch not going exactly where Nupo was. They'll lose that on some time against Talk, who puts it to the corner here. This is where Team Canada has thrived. That's almost a chance for Nupo, but he backs to the corner.
Cosmic pops it perfectly over Crespor, and the shot is slotted. Cosmic goes 2v1 against the defense, and that was such a perfect pop over one. Nubo low boost to defend the follow-up shot, and Team Canada are putting the pedal to the metal.
I'm a little bit worried for France at this point, too, to be honest. Based off the speed we're seeing here, we might see an unlocked Team Canada that plows on through to be crowned the winners here. Nupo not ready to let that be, though. Keeps the pressure on. There's Cresper for a shot off the back post. Nupo can't go for an attack as Cosmic stays behind that ball.
Cresper also missing that bounce off the backboard. Gives ball back to Canada. Nupo Denied again by Talk. This is what I'm talking about. Every time you think Nupo is going to be able to go and have a solo play, Team Canada shuts it down quickly. See if he can do something here. And again, see bumping Nubo off the ball. Oh my goodness, the drop down shot almost connects for Team Canada, and that's a rip right into the net. Nubo able to get it around the defense this time. They pinpoint accurate power shot.
Yeah, Cosmic just a little low on boost. Can't get back in time. Pushed up a little bit far. I think that's only twice now we've seen him in a position where he miscalculated how far up the field
Kickoff.
he could be. Talk with a pop. Has a lot of space to take a shot. It's super wide just to keep that defense and the momentum, I guess. Going the wrong way. A good flick towards the net.
Press for a first touch pop. 50. Back to the corner. Nubo in the air. Goes down. It's the ground
Read.
double blocked by Talk.
Talk has been insane. Like his reads have just been absolutely unreal, otherworldly. And I think that's a real big player into Team Canada's winning right now, is that they could just stay on offense and win these 50s out.
Yeah, Talk is playing brave, playing precise, playing so well. Talk, one of the best players in North America, always fighting to be on a top roster. And he's really showing you what he's made of in this series.
The fact that he's able to continually be on top of you. What do you do as Saudi Arabia when every time you try to move out of your own field, half of the field, that Hawk's there? He's reading every possible touch that you can get.
Even there.
Right? It's like he knows where you're putting that ball. It just, today's his
Wow.
day. Today's his day.
Talk just read Saudi Arabia like a book. Look at this. He hits it up, lets Crespor hit it back to him, and then waits for Nubo to challenge before ripping the shot. Talk, he saw all of that coming.
It's got the, it's not a crystal ball that we use here in Canada, predicting the future. It's a snow globe. I told you that snow would, there was a reason. It was a sign today, James.
You're right. He must have been the one shaking it as well.
45 seconds left.
Oh,
And
that's
Team
chipping
Canada
in.
on match point is going to lose that 2-goal lead, bringing it down to 1. Saudi Arabia not out of it yet.
Good play from Crespor, beating Cosmic to the ball. Speedy from Crespor, who is not giving up just yet. Saudi Arabia needs some help, though. 41 seconds left. Down by 1. Here's for
Hawk
Team
just
Canada.
plays to the corner. Saudi Arabia keeps it out. 30 seconds left.
Cosmic denying the corner boost from Nubo. 50 lob up high. Talk. Reset. Bails out of the play. Would rather deny the boost and play defense.
Has been a big part of their playbook is going for those corner boosts, and it's been working out for them. Can't defend when you ain't got no boost to defend with, but Cosmic almost getting caught out again. It might still be too late. Nubo with the ball.
Crespor's too
Can't
close.
get it in. And Crespor keeps it in. Nubo with the 50, but it's on the ground. And Team Canada to the grand finals against France.
Team Canada upset Saudi Arabia and will move on to the grand finals where France is waiting. I do not believe my eyes.
James?
Wow.
I do. I do.
Oh my goodness. I did not think Saudi Arabia was going to lose. I did not think they were going to lose. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised if they didn't drop a game, let alone a series. But
Based on what
Team
we saw
Canada has
yesterday,
done it.
absolutely. Yeah.
Wow.
No, I think that's a fair prediction to make, but we're seeing, I guess, those holes. I mean, we saw it. Crespor playing real good, but today, Cosmic and Talk, where Talk's reads, unbelievable.
Yes. Yeah, Talk
and
was out of this world.
The fact that every single time, they even, not just Crespor, even Nupo made a touch. Talk was there and ready to shut that down. And you just can't do anything when that's happening. And especially in twos. In threes, maybe one player playing really good doesn't make that big difference. But in twos, You just get past the one. Now it's a 1v1. If you're already playing good, it's done. It's GG.
That was MVP performance from Talk. Cosmic was also playing really well. I think for a majority of that series, just the team play from Team Canada was there. They did such a good job at shutting down Nubo, just playing as fast as they can, not giving. I think France, the mistake they made was just giving him the space, trying to stop the shot, trying to turtle up, and giving him that room to develop the attack. Canada didn't do that at all. They said, what we're going to do is attack you as fast as we can. We're going to trust our reads, and we're just going to try to limit your opportunities. We're not going to try to stop your shots. We're going to try to prevent them from even happening. And that worked out perfectly for Team Canada.
Well, that was the big part of it. You saw on multiple occasions the fact that Team Canada prioritized going for boosts over a play on the net on offense. They didn't go straight from the corner to a shot. They went to the corner, kept the ball high, grabbed the boost, and then went for a shot. So it was a heads-up play, and I'm a little bit worried, James, for France coming into this grand finals. I mean, we'll see. They've been not the perfect play. Maybe they're heating up and will be good, but there's only one way to find out, and that's to play the series. We head into the grand finals in a few moments for the Apex Nationals. We'll see you in just a few moments as these two Titans head into a best of 7. We find out our winner. We'll see you in just a few moments after this break.
Another week or will be not.
Get it while it's hot.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Apex Nationals presented by FIFA E. Lawler and Lethamir reacting to what was yet another insane game. I mean, let's say it like it is, Lethamir. Both the low seeds beating the high seeds to make it to the grand final. None of us expected that after an undefeated performance yesterday from Saudi, but it is Canada getting into a groove despite the high ping to close it out strong.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone expected the Saudi to drop to Canada, but I will say Cosmic looked fantastic. Talk was consistent with his mechs today, and we said their peak was really high. So they pulled it out today. Can they pull it out for a second series against France? That's the question. France looks a little bit faster overall, but you know, Nubo and Cresper looked controlled yesterday. I watched back a couple of the games. They just dominated. And but I will say France looks pretty good. They had a bit of a showing against USA earlier today. Will they be able to keep up that steam that they had going into this series? I don't know. I don't know how much experience that Talk has against these players. I know a couple times they've come across during the 1v1s for Raleigh. I don't know. I don't know if they could take them down, but they were one of the favorites for the tournament, France. So Canada coming in as an underdog here, but underdog stories happen. And I mean, like I said, I'm kind of selfishly rooting for them considering I'm Canadian. So we'll have to see what they do.
Yeah, I think it's been pretty crazy across the board. And on top of that, a little bit of extra money being earned. We want to take a look at the bounties. A couple things of note. First and foremost, grand finals, a best of 7. A little bit extra time to make sure that these teams can earn these. But as you guys can see, the flags that have been lit up and highlighted shows the bounties that have been completed. So for Canada, 5 goals in a game. They were just shy by 15 points to get the 1,000-point game to unlock an additional cash prize. Nobody going demo hunting just yet. Nobody scoring that triple flip reset, even though Talk almost had one day one. And no psycho attempts for a goal just yet. We'll see. The reason
we had a couple games that were like 4 to 5.
Games have been too close, man.
Demos.
It's been way too close for competition.
Yeah, it's super competitive series today, so no one's feeling confident enough to try for one. We'll see if it happens. It would be a crazy story if someone hit a psycho in a grand finals when it's truly a lot of money on the line. You've got double the prize money for making the win here, and you get the trip to the FIFA E World Cup in December. Once again, if you look at the bottom text there, you can check out the FIFA E World Cup from the 15th to 19th, and they're doing the draw this month in a couple days for the teams that are going to be playing off against each other. So we don't even know yet what the matchups are going to be, which is super exciting. Definitely want to check that out.
Yeah, next Wednesday at 8 p.m. GMT is going to be the lottery pick system. They will be picking names out of a hat, seeding pending, to figure out what the competition is going into the main event in December. It should be a lot of fun, and our winners of this grand finals get to join and partake in that. So should be a lot of excitement, but I'm going to hold you to this early prediction. This is not something we usually do, but I'm curious. Give me your thoughts on how this is going to play out, because it's been
like I said,
dualities, man.
I want Canada to win this. It would be a cool storyline for them coming into this, a little appetizer for the FIFA E World Cup. I'm going to put it 4-3 though. And you know what? Leave it to a coin toss at this point. I think both teams look super solid today. It is really just who will be the most consistent team. France is starting off with the European servers for the first 2 games. It will alternate 2 and 2. So it'll be 2 for EU, then 2 NA, 2 EU, and finally for the last game, Canada does get the NA East on the final game. But, you know, France has to make it count in those 4 servers. We'll see how it goes.
They do have the advantage as the high seed coming in. We'll see if they can carry it through. But without further ado, Leaf and James Bott standing by for our grand finals for the Apex Nationals.
Oh, Canada, our home and back with land.
You should know that whole song, man.
True patriot boost in all octanes command. Oh, there we go. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win it.
Well, I will say that I did not expect Canada to be here in the grand finals. Had to go through the tournament favorite Saudi Arabia to make it to this point. And Team France, they've had their stutters. They've made some mistakes along the way, but in the end, they've got the job done, especially when it mattered most. And now France, a chance to win it all here. I think they are the favorite in this grand final, but if Canada can play at the level we just saw, they have everything it takes to claim total victory themselves.
Yeah, honestly, based on what I've seen so far, even bias aside, I kind of have to put Team Canada with a bit of an edge in this series. The way that both Cosmic and Talk have been playing, we've seen a little bit of falter, lack of synergy, I'd say, compared to Team Canada from France. Hopefully, they're on the rise today, and today's a little bit better. But they're going to have to put the work in. A best of 7 now, James. Grand Finals. France versus Canada in the Apex Nationals. And Fairy Peak makes me eat my words. Starts it off with a goal.
Well, that didn't take long, did it? Hawk tries to challenge off the ceiling, ends up getting dunked straight into his own net. And I love that title that Fairy Peak is rocking as well. Season 7 World Champion. Fairy Peak, one of the greatest Rocket League players of all time, and Moxie is supporting him. Moxie will get the goal as well, so 2 goals in a matter of 11 seconds for Team France. This is the dream start.
I mean, they took Team Canada's playbook and said, just go, go, go. Right off the bat, 10 seconds in. Team France making a statement to Team Canada, but it's a long journey. It's not just 3 anymore, it's 4 you got to win. And a lot of goals in between that, 2s. A hectic match.
Cosmic gonna have a tough time with the low boost, but somehow makes it look easy, slicing and dicing France's defense to pieces.
Goodbye, Moxie. You're out of here. He thinks he's going to go around the backside. A little wave dash pop puts it back to short side. Team Canada on the board.
Filthy from Cosmic, who I was just remarking on how his ping puts him at such a disadvantage. 148 ping. Hawk at 100. Fairy Peak at 16. Moxie at 24. So for Cosmic to pull off that play, wave dash cut, popping right over Moxie on such high ping is pretty darn impressive.
See if that continues to play out here. One thing Hawk's been doing so well at, and he does right there, are his reads. A great 50 over top of that France player to get the ball back into the blue end. But it doesn't last for long. France with a quick answer. Tries to catch the midfield, but they get caught out instead, and Talk sends that one flying. We're all tied up, James.
Yeah, and you can see Moxie was pre-flipping, ended up hitting that ball right into Talk, recognized immediately that he was in trouble. Cosmic threatens the bump, but Moxie, after giving up the ball to Talk with all that boost, or Talk, who had all the boost rather, knew it was going to be a tough situation, and Talk converts, ties things up for Team Canada, but now we see Moxie in an isolation play.
And Talk again, shutting it down. Cosmic clear at the other end with no boost. Fairy Peak can only hope to get a good 50 in the corner. He buys a little bit of time for Moxie. Now boost of his own, he can clear back to midfield. Canada almost having a chance to put themselves up on the scoreboard and grab the lead. France are no slouches. They keep Canada at bay.
Fairy Peak lets Moxie go for the pinch. The pinch on target, or looked like it might have been, but easily stopped there from Cosmic. Double commit from Team France. That's what we were talking about before. We were a little worried about Team France because they double commit quite a bit yesterday. It seemed like they were always on the same page, but they still got the results. But against a team as good as Team Canada, I don't think you can make as many mistakes.
You absolutely cannot. They can't find an opening right now. Team Canada's doing a good job of holding on to the defensive half there without allowing France to get too aggressive into their corners. And Team Canada's been managing to keep their boost levels up while on defense that has allowed them to stay around that midfield, and they're putting a threat on themselves almost. Beautiful read off the side.
That would have been something else. Talk read that double. Moxie up. Gets it to open space. Gives Fairy a chance to work. It's a good 50, and Fairy will power this ball through.
France again with the lead. Just a great 50 from Fairy Peak. Taking one out of Talk's
Got to see that one from the nosebleed section.
Yeah. That was the France flag.
I know, I love the France flag. It was just 962 meters away from the flag.
You didn't, next time, cough up. Pay for the better seats, James.
I might have to. Fairy Peak off the ceiling. Ground double. Doesn't make contact on the ground double. Talk will be first to it. Now Fairy Peak has to get back. Talk. Reset. The demo from Cosmic, but the ball gets hit out to the corner. And Team Canada is not able to convert.
Yeah. Fairy Peak trying to keep that one alive. Cosmic keeps it away. Talk now has a bit of space here. Plays it low, but gets beaten out by Moxie. Cosmic stuck on the defensive half now. Fairy Peak now approaching, but Talk trying to give Cosmic that space to the corner, but the boost steal from Canada has been doing well against their opponents. France now doing to them. And they're having trouble staying on the offensive half as a result.
Fairy Peak going to take matters into his own hands. Ball leaks out to Moxie. Cosmic beat to that ball, but will be upfield. Talk. Ground double to Cosmic. Cosmic contested by Fairy. Moxie gets it by Cosmic as well. Will chase this ball down. Goes for a bump, but Talk dodges it.
That's great. Now he's just got one to beat. Fairy Peak gonna get the flip reset. Goes for the bump instead.
Whoa.
Fairy Peak plays it high. The ball gets played out to center. Talk will get back to it. They need to get a goal though. 40 seconds left, and they're down one.
Canada coming so close to converting. Demo Fairy will be able to respawn and get boost here. Oh, that shot banging off the bar. Team France barely surviving. It's a huge demo. This should be an open net goal. Fairy Peak lands the demo on Talk.
Yeah. This is going to be probably game number 1 to France. There's still kickoffs that can change it around if Team Canada can get one right now. They'll stay in the game. They'll play
Kickoff.
faked out to Talk. He'll get the shot, and that's just wide. Cosmic power drift. Can't get that one towards the net, and Fairy Peak can keep it away. The aggression's there. A demo in. There's actually still a chance here. Cosmic just has Moxie. Flick over one. Talk tries to get Fairy Peak out of the way. The ball is still up in the air, but Cosmic lost control of it. And unfortunately for Team Canada, I mean, despite that, they can't get 2 goals in that amount of time. Do go to game 2 being down 1.
And all around, a nice performance there from Fairy Peak. Fairy Peak, 814 points, scoring 3 goals on that one. And then also landing that key demo to open up the opportunity to get that insurance goal. I think Fairy Peak, to me, was the standout player for Team France in that first game. Canada hanging in there. They were right with. I mean, you saw the dribble play from Cosmic where he sliced and diced the defense. Beautiful wave dash cut, beating Moxie to the ball. But overall, France, good defense, good offense, all around good play. But Fairy Peak stood above for me. He was head and shoulders above everyone in the lobby.
And that was the player I wanted to see step up. That was I think he didn't show up as much yesterday. But he started today with a good start. It was Moxie that was kind of taking a bit of that backseat, and it's good to see Fairy Peak continue that on. But the pace was huge. They knew, maybe they were watching, but they knew going against Team Canada, they would not be able to slow down. They could not sit back and just go for saves. They have to be aggressive. They've done exactly that, making sure that Team Canada now does not have control of this series in terms of the pacing. It will be Team Canada having to try to steal that back, though. They've been struggling, I think, trying to get out of their own end and staying on offense. Due to just a lot of those boost steals. So if they can get control of those defensive boosts, they might have a little better time on offense.
See how Team Canada fares here. It's a good kickoff for Team Canada. Not going to go for an air dribble. Oh, no, it's trying to go for a flip reset there. Now there's a bump on Moxie. Moxie can't get the challenge. Good start from Team Canada, who make things work.
No, I love the play on the way out. Heads up from Talk. You got to do that. Can't play the ball, play the body. Opens up just enough space. Moxie almost got back to it, but just enough space for Cosmic to put it away for Team Canada.
Fairy puts back, and Fairy, love this from him. The killer instinct, a great ones player in his time as well. Recognizes, I don't need that boost. I'm going to quickly cut. The net's open. Go for a shot. Equalize. And just look ahead. Beautiful stuff there from Fairy Peak. He continues to play really well for Team France.
Fairy Peak was wanting to get a piece of that, but he opts for the boost instead. Hoping Cosmic would make a mistake. He doesn't quite there, but Tox doesn't get the 50 that he wants. And a great 50. 2 in a row from Fairy Peak, and Moxie just has to clean it up.
Yeah, back-to-back insane 50s. Fairy Peak makes that ball didn't even move. Huge from Fairy Peak. I love the level that he's bringing out today. We didn't see this yesterday from Fairy Peak. He is playing lights out Rocket League right now.
That's a hard hit cross field there. Cosmic's going to be able to pick it up, and a quick flick as well. Secures a second goal for Team Canada.
Huge lob. Fairy Peak last back. And that first touch was so good from Cosmic to catch that ball, get that little bit of separation that allows him to take the shot. And on high ping as well. One more game. Oh, the 50s
Clean
from
up, though.
Team France are insane.
And the trust for the 50s, too. Not only do you have to get these 50s, your teammates got to be there for the cleanup. And Fairy Peak was on point for that.
50s are what are separating Team France from Team Canada right now.
James, and 5 goals in under a minute.
Yeah, we are seeing a high-scoring game. Team France has already gotten the 1,000-point bounty and the 5-goal bounty, but Team Canada has gotten 5 goals. They need 1,000 points, I believe.
Well, they're on the
And
track.
Talk is well on his way.
Yeah, I mean, what a good...
Self-pass.
Oh, that
Nasty.
the pinpoint. James, pinpoint to get that through 2 defenders.
Yeah, the self-pass is such a good move to use. Talk pulling it out perfectly. Excellent execution. Now Talk will be up early again to contest Moxie. Moxie does float it over him. Cosmic there.
Center, but teammate wasn't there, and Talk can flick it away. No boost. Try to be a threat. Oh, the flip reset. He does at least buy a lot of time for Cosmic to get back into play here.
Cosmic, though, doesn't have a ton of boost either. The mid-boost spawned on him. So good timing there from Cosmic. His internal clock working perfectly.
What's going to happen off the back wall there? Fairy Peak. You go live. Moxie with a low boost. Just try to center that one for Fairy Peak. Cosmic respected it. Talk taken out of the play. It could be extended stay here for Team France, actually.
And there's a shot on target. No, looked like it might have been just a little bit off, but Talk will still collect the ball. It bounces off the ceiling. He read the bounce off the ceiling. Those a lot of times are tough to read. You don't want the ball bouncing most of the time, but Talk executed that perfectly. And then a small window. Fairy Peak has a really small window to get this shot on target and slots it. Another great play from Fairy Peak, who has been so good for Team France.
Yeah, look at that. Just tucked her in there. You think, hey, maybe you want to make a cut, go for a power shot. You see Cosmic coming. You just got to get it on target. You find just the opening. That's his experience at play. The beat there. Over Talk by Moxie. It feels like Talk has finally met his match when it comes to making these reads. And again, I still think boost is a big play on this right now for Team Canada. They're not able to do what they've done before because France has been shutting them down really well.
France has been looking good. Completely different Team France than we saw yesterday. I feel like Moxie's just given Fairy Peak a lot more space to work with. Before they were kind of tripping over each other, double committing for balls, but now Moxie is really giving Fairy Peak the space to do what he wants to do, and Fairy Peak also is making the most of that space.
That's a good point to bring up too. You know, Moxie comes in as an extremely strong ones player. Sometimes it's easy to forget the habits that have to change coming in when you got a teammate. Give them space. So I like to see the adjustments. A little bit of pressure here from Team Canada. 1 goal down with 2 minutes left, and it might end up being 2 goals down.
Bang!
Moxie finds an opening.
Big bang there. It was off target, but still got the defense to go. Cosmic committed to the save on no boost. Left him out of position to follow up the second save attempt.
And Canada was looking to even the series up with a win of their own in this best of 7, but chance is starting to fade away. Still time. They have been kept on the ropes against Team France. They're looking real good. Team France is. And Canada needs that boost. Get out, get those plays. Maybe a chance here You can keep that pressure on. They're not afraid to play the corner. Cosmic's going to do exactly that. And Talk there for that read. The aggressive play we've seen work for them so well before is happening right now. On target. Off the post. Team Canada will try again.
Approaching the final minute of gameplay in Game 2. France in firm control. Making the most of that server advantage before the switch. Just need to finish this game off cleanly. One more goal would be icing on top, and that one off the post. Barry Pete can't score it on the rebound, but this is still going to be a lot of time off the clock for Canada. Moxie launches that one in. This game locked in for Team France.
Yeah, very likely. Unless a miracle happens. You said it too. The big thing right now is that France wants to win these dominatingly because the server advantage doesn't last forever. And if Team Canada feels like they've got confidence when they're down, it's going to spell trouble when they're up.
And they do get one back quickly off kickoff. So this is how you're going to have to come back if your Team Canada is get a couple kickoff goals and you're right back in it. Well, there's one down. It's likely going to require another one, though. If they want to have any shot. Go for a fake kickoff. All in the hands of Talk. Can Talk do what he needs to from the corner? Full tank of boost contested. Cosmic had to hit the brakes a little bit, and the play fizzles out for Team Canada.
Yeah, we had to know Moxie was going to be up for that. No way they're going to give Talk any space. Take a shot on net. Another one's going to roll it off of 50, and Team France saying, no. We said this one.
Yeah.
This one was ours.
Moxie just stays high, predicts the high touch from Talk there. Read him like a book, and that is certainly going to be the dagger there, Leafex.
Yeah. No, there's no chance you're getting it back, even with a kickoff. I mean, there's a chance, but it's like 0.02%. Something real low. And they'll have to look till the next series, or the next game, in the series, where they've got the advantage. I'm not counting Canada out yet. I definitely think...
In this game?
No, in this game, yeah. No, in the series.
I was going to say, they have 4 seconds left, man.
The fastest time I've seen a goal scored is 1 second. So it's theoretically possible. It's not going to happen in this one.
That's great. I know, but I'm with you. I think Team Canada, we'll find out a lot about them in this next game,
Right,
because the way that this format works with the Apex Nationals presented by FIFA E being a global tournament, we have players from all over the world. Yeah, so we're going to do server swaps. So the higher seeded team going into the tournament gets the server advantage, and that would be Team France, who had the higher seed coming in to the tournament. And then also we did get a bounty from Moxie,
we got 5 goals from Moxie. He almost got it earlier a few times, I think, and he had that one that was 0 seconds on the goal line to get him his 5th goal, but he's finally nailed it now against Team Canada. So an extra bit of change on the side of Team France now.
Yeah, but like we were saying, here we go. This is the graphic for the bounty. So Canada and USA have 5 goals. Now France also will be included in that 5 goal bounty. And then you see, we haven't really seen any exterminations, triple flip resets, or psychos yet, though, Leaf.
Well, I mean, I think the psycho should be worth like $10,000 because it's like it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen.
Prize pool home. You just get an extra trip if you hit a psycho.
Yeah,
I feel like then everyone would just be going for psychos the whole time.
But then they lose because it's just so hard, right? Because you give, if you hit it wrong, it's on your own half. You give the pass away. It's just the situations where it's the most efficient or effective play to make are minimal, which is why you see it less. And it's also, on top of that, harder to hit. So, yeah, it's going to be hard. Triple flip reset, maybe, but the pace that these guys are playing at, every single time you're on the ball, someone's there for the 50-50.
It would have to be a perfect situation where the defense is on low boost, maybe. So, somebody demoed on the remaining player's low boost, and then your teammate has the ball on the sideball with a full tank. It's possible. We might see it. There, this is a best of 7, but I started talking about the fact that the tournament's global. We're dealing with server swaps. Well, the way it works is So France has the higher seed. They will, if it goes to Game 7, they will have 4 games on the European servers as opposed to Canada, who will only get 3 games on NA servers. Well, this is the first time that we're going to be playing on U.S. servers. So this is, I think, U.S. East will be the server, which is an advantage for Team Canada. This is essentially a must-win game. Like these games where Team Canada is playing on their home turf in terms of the servers, must win.
To be fair, we also did see Team USA take a series off, or a game off France, even not on their server. So it is possible, but you're right that it's you got to do it.
But I believe both players from the US were on East Ping, whereas Cosmic is a West Coast player.
Yeah.
So West Coast to European servers, it's like an extra 50 ping, which you're talking about 190 ping versus 140, 150. It's kind of a big difference. So I think these, to me, yes, we did see Team USA take a game off of France on Europe servers, but the fact that Cosmic playing from the West Coast right now, must win. These games where you're on your home servers, must win games.
Yeah, I expect that full aggression that we saw from Team Canada to start coming out now too, because they can trust their ping, they can trust the 50s, they can trust the fact that they're able to dive without that ball potentially rubber banding around them there. And you see it.
Perfect kickoff.
You got to get to the point where 50s are happening though.
They both go for a fake kickoff there, but the Spanish kickoff was perfectly executed. It looked like the one player just peeled off, like they were going to go for just a standard fake. But the Spanish, the addition of going for the demo right away on the last player, ripping the immediate shot, that proved to be the better strategy.
France starts game 3 on Canada's home turf right now, ping-wise, with a goal.
Which is funny because Cosmic's ping is 80 and Fairy Peaks is 84. So Fairy Peaks lives in Europe. How is that possible?
The world is big. This is why I think
Canada, California just must be far away.
Yeah, I think that's why we see a lot of pros from the East Coast here. Canada stuck on the defensive half. Fairy Peak, air dribble up. Not with just enough boost to stop it, but the pressure's not off yet. Finally a chance to break out, but with no boost. Canada still struggling to get themselves down the other end there, though. Chain dash. Let's put some pressure on, but here's Fairy Peak and Moxie moving downfield, James.
And good initial read there from Talk, not jumping too early. Does allow Cosmic to move in and get that clear Talk. It get demoed, but respawn, hitting it back up. Moxie, though, launching it all the way back into the corner, but Cosmic will get it back upfield and gets a nice 50, but will have to retreat out, having no boost.
Mark's got a lot of boost now, though, alongside Cosmic. They're going to play together. Bump on one, and now it's a 1v1 onto Fairy Peak, but he plays that good. Ball still in the blue half, but France not shaken by Team Canada yet. A little bit of a musty off the backboard there. Cosmic wants to put the pressure on. He commits to the play. Canada equalizes.
Oh, and this was great pressure from Talk. Gets the flip reset. Even clips the defender a little bit, forcing France into a bit of chaos on the back line. Easy cleanup there for Cosmic. Well done by Team Canada.
And that's that aggression, the commit there from Cosmic. If that 50 goes wrong, it'd be the other way, but they trust it. They trust their plays right now. Get that up. We might have a lead for Team Canada. France.
Wow.
Turns that one around real quick. Moxie recognizing the opportunity.
Cosmic's trying to hit this safely to the corner. He thinks he does enough. But Moxie says, well, I can just take this shot. I got the angle. And Cosmic, jaw dropping a little bit, thinking like, that's crazy. Moxie just rips the shot.
Yeah.
Good stuff from Moxie.
Good awareness. I mean, just knowing that play is likely coming. But a quick answer there from Team Canada. Doc gets the goal, but the setup from Cosmic.
Just lots of stuff developing off kickoff. Really nice pass, though, from Cosmic. Diming up Talk.
We've seen a decent amount of demos now in this game. I wonder, I feel probably only like 2 for a person right now, but
you need for an extermination, 7. You need 7. Yeah, that's
which doesn't seem like a lot, but like it really is.
Yeah, it is a lot.
I'm looking for another one here. Cosmic on the goal line. Trying to just psych out that defense. That's a good 50 center, and Talk's got full boost. Goes off the corner instead. Cosmic. It's just a little bit, but it's too long. Fairy Peak cut down that angle.
78 boost to start the play. I thought Moxie was going to go off the ceiling, but instead gets a 50. Still might work out. Fairy Peak double. What a read from Fairy Peak!
He's a legend for a reason, James. He's been playing so well right now. Off that down. Angles just enough. I would have been flying way over that. But he knew that it would drop in front of the net.
Angles and angles for Fairy Peak.
That's the way she goes. Buddy's out for a rip.
Off kick, then another kickoff goal for team. How many kickoff goals have we seen
Honestly,
in this series? So
like
many.
5.
So many kickoff goals. This time going the way of Team Canada.
Let's see if another one gets added to the scoreboard at the halfway mark. It's all tied up. Hawk will have it. I don't even get the angle, though. Oh, he does
Another
get there.
kickoff goal. My goodness.
How did he get the speed to get to this?
He's tough.
Oh, he was just ahead.
Free flip.
Okay, make it another one.
Goodness gracious, how many kickoff goals are we going to see today?
Chat, we get another one right now?
Oh, Talk
he's got the
got
boost.
the boost.
The reset off
Reset.
the bat.
Goes back down to the ground. Huge 50 here from Moxie, but Cosmic's already up. Talk didn't cut across middle. I think maybe Cosmic was looking for a pass. Talk just wasn't there.
Canada in the lead now. You were hoping this would be it, given the fact that they've got that server advantage now, to a degree,
Double
as you
commit.
mentioned before. Cosmic's still the same as Fairy Peak, and with that commit, chance for Canada, but speed from France.
Wow. Wow, that I think. Oh my
stays
goodness! What? It finally goes in. 2 went up for Team Canada. Cosmic jumped a little bit late. Thought Talk would have the ball. That was a wild ride on that play, Leaf.
Yeah, there's no way to hit the RNG button at that point. Bodies flopping around. Canada tried their best to keep it out after the mistake they made. Get themselves into that pickle. Now it's a tied game again. Moxie sends that one high, but it goes into the hands of Talk. He read that one. Brings it past the midfield. Cosmic just tries to keep the pressure on off the backboard.
Talk off the ceiling, going for goal, and that one's intercepted by Fairy Peak. Moxie and contesting Talk will be able to turn. Can he get both the boost and the ball? Ended up having to hit the ball away. Maybe could have kept possession. Now shot opportunity for Team France, and Team France will capitalize. Talk, I think, got a little bit greedy, just missed hit in that situation where it was trying to decide between boost or ball. Decided, I want both. Ended up only getting boost, gave the ball up, and that allowed Team France to be in that situation.
No, it's simply that. You're right. When you give away the possession like that, opponents can strike, and they do. Almost another kickoff goal for Canada, though. 45 seconds left. Not the dominating performance Canada would probably hope that they would have had, given the fact that they're on their servers now. In fact, it might not even be a win. It might be a match point for France. A sweep here would blow my mind. I would have expected this series to go pretty back and forth.
And you know what I'm just thinking, Lee?
What are you thinking?
My predictions were just extremely good.
Well,
Remember yesterday?
are you just
I'm
gonna
like, France
erase
is probably
yesterday?
going to win. Well, I mean, I predicted France was going to make it out. It was going to be, France probably winning. And right now, that's what appears to be what it is. Unless Team Canada can make something happen in this last second. Oh, it touches, and that's going to be game for Team France, who are up 3-0 in this best of 7. A chance to sweep Canada, win a lion's share of that prize pool, and also book themselves a ticket to the FIFA E finals in December.
Yeah, this will be huge. I mean, even for the story for Moxie alone, the fact that He finally gets ones, the thing he's been practicing for years and years in the RLCS World Championships. Makes it to that grand finals on the world stage. Now gets to head out to FIFA E if he wins this. It'd be a great year for Moxie, and overall a wonderful story. Of course, you know, we're not going to count out Team Canada yet. It can still happen, but it does feel like France might have their number. Everything Team Canada was trying to do before isn't working because they have been suffocated in so many different scenarios. And then a couple missteps here and there, but France looking real good. Wouldn't be surprised now at this point that this is a sweep and France takes this. I'm hoping it's not, though.
We'll see. I mean, this game ended up being quite close. Team Canada, though, scoring a lot of goals off kickoff. So I think if Team France can kind of figure it out off the kickoff, it might be done for Team Canada. You know, and Team France is finally hitting their rhythm. We did see one double commit play from Team France in that last game that really stood out. But overall, they've cleaned it up. They've been looking unstoppable. And now they are one game away from sweeping Team Canada here at the Apex Nationals presented by FIFA E.
An early start for Team Canada, hoping to utilize that kickoff magic that they have. It is shut down. In the corner, though, this is where Team Canada has thrived before. They are not afraid to play it rough, get a scrum going in the corner. It doesn't turn into anything goal-wise for Team Canada. And France down into the orange half. This could be a chance. Moxie finds back of the net. They're going to open up game number 4.
A hot start for Team France in the home stretch. Very Peak, the cut, the pass. Beats by Talk. Moxie is there, trusting that Very Peak was going to be able to 50 that ball or do something to get it out into the middle.
There's that kickoff. You're talking about France needing to find an answer. So far, they've been able to subdue Canada's magic on the kickoffs. Here they are on a regular attack. Boost steals come in. This is something that worked for them against Saudi Arabia. France, and a little bit smarter, buys themselves some more time.
Moxie going to hover behind the ball to get a 50. Fairy Peak doesn't have much boost. Will still launch a shot, and it's good! Fairy Peak on low boost snipes the corner, and France are up by 2.
Yeah, what a shot. There are multiple times he's done this now. Just finds the exact angle that the defender's not going to be able to get back to. Precision shot. Well, that's why Fairy Peak's the legend that he is. Hawk plays for boost instead. Gives it to Moxie, knowing that Moxie will just have to pop that back to him. Now Canada can try to walk out with possession. Hawk no boost. Hands it to Cosmic, who does. And they lose possession again. France shutting everything down at that midline.
High speed 50, but now Talk airborne, his chance to make a play happen. The flip reset, pristine! Top bins! Talk getting Canada back into the game.
Oh, that was a great shot. The delay was just enough to get the defender in the air. Fairy Peak has to bite. And that's when Talk can strike. Kickoff here for Team Canada. Goes back to their side, but not enough. Talk dodges the bump. Pops that one high for Cosmic.
He backflips it and gets the ball so high. Nice save there from Talk.
Ooh, that's still dangerous, though. Off the backboard, Moxie puts it where he knows Talk has no boost. Fairy Peak can come in for the strike, but it's pushed away by Cosmic down the other end. 50-50. Back into the corner. Talk tries to center that one again, but a little too much power. And Cosmic isn't going to be able to put that to the back of the net, but they got the boost steal. Hands it off to Talk. They'll play the 50 off Fairy Peak. Cosmic with just enough boost to center that back to the net there. Saved on the goal line by Moxie. Pressure's not over yet, though.
Shot.
Team Canada scores.
The pressure from Team Canada was overwhelming. You can see Moxie doing everything he can just to keep that ball out of net. The clear goes to Talk, who then is able to pass it right over to Cosmic. Team Canada, their hearts are still in it.
Ooh, Talk recognizing he's not going to get that boost, backs off. Cosmic was hoping that was another chance for them for a kickoff goal. France is going to let him waste a lot of boost here. Moxie just plays for the easy win. Puts it into the corner. Fairy Peak can't do the same, though. Now it's Moxie on a 2v1, and this might be a win there for Team Canada. Cosmic to the center. Talk takes the lead.
Big win in the corner here from Cosmic. Gets the 50. Talk immediately goes near post. Recognizes that Cosmic can hit him up. Team Canada now have the lead. This could be their foothold in the series, and we have seen reverse sweeps happen before. It's a long road ahead of Team Canada, but not an impossible one.
Letting Team France approach them, but that was a mistake for Team Canada. France capitalizes.
Give and go nuts. Moxie to Fairy to Moxie to the goal.
Well, if you're looking for your top 5 plays, that's going to be one of them. That was a clean 1-2 punch to equalize against Team Canada. And on match point, the ice is real for France. Talk to the air. Flip reset to get it just past that last one. And he's going to find the opening. No respect from that defense.
Yeah, caught the defense sleeping a little bit. No, it's Fairy Peak was also being harassed a little bit. He didn't get bumped, but he had to jump. He couldn't just stay grounded. Otherwise, he would have been demoed. So I think that did play a factor in the goal. Fairy Peak couldn't have just sat there. And this should be another goal here for Team Canada. It is. Wide open net off kickoff. The kickoff goals coming to help Canada at a big time.
Well, Canada's found a bit of their footing. You saw it too. I think one thing I was looking for is for them to find a little bit fuller tanks when they're moving on to offense. I feel like they've fizzled out quite a bit. France done a good job of keeping them at bay, boost-wise. And now that we've seen them hunting down and playing for those larger corner boosts, we've seen them have a little bit more threat. The problem is server advantage is not going to be on their side for much longer here. And a single win does not win you the series.
True, it's a long haul they got ahead of them. Also, I wouldn't count Team France out just yet. Only 2-goal lead here for Team Canada. This is a nice demo. Oh. Team France barely hanging on. Moxie has that ball go out ahead of him, and Cosmic lands a demo. 1v1, Talk, reset, goes for the musty, gets it past the defense.
Yeah, it might be a time, James, that you can count France out. A good little flip, musty. Put that one away. A good amount of power. Fairy can't stop it. Minute left. Unless a kickoff goal comes here for France. And Canada might finally have one on the board, but it's a reverse sweep that they'll be looking for in this series. There it is. Boost.
Reset, double reset. And there's the goal. Was that a triple? My camera changed angles.
I think it was just a double.
1, 2, 3. That's a triple reset. Triple reset from Talk. Triple reset from Talk. He gets the bounty.
I love it. We didn't expect to see that. That's harder to do.
Let's go.
They called it too, that he was going to go for it.
Talk hitting the triple reset, claiming the triple reset bounty. Probably the only player that will claim it today. Team France do get a goal here to cut the deficit to just 3, but this seems like this game is going to be all Team Canada.
Yeah, and that might have been a bit of what Team Canada needed in this series to get themselves back in the momentum, in the seat of things, back in the driver's seat to control this series. But again, I mentioned before, that advantage to keep things even here is not going to be there forever.
Talk also has 1,384 points, so he would have completed the 1,000 point bounty. I don't know if, I think Canada's already done that.
Yeah, I think he already
scored
had that.
6 goals, so he completed the 5-goal bounty.
And
also
reset.
hit the triple flip reset. So 3 of the 5 Talk was able to complete.
That was insane. Yeah. So apparently they got all 3.
So Yeah,
didn't have the
apparently
fouls.
they had already scored 5, but they did not have the 1,000-point bounty. And so in one game, Canada scored a triple flip reset, did score 1,000 points in a game, and scored 5 goals. They're updating in real time. Extra moolah in the pockets of Team Canada from that. And, I mean, if you are going to reverse sweep, that is how you get the momentum to start it, Leaf. That was a performance from Talk.
No, it was great. This is what we saw before. We talked about him being that standout player in the series we saw against Saudi Arabia earlier. His reads were phenomenal, and he didn't stop. Part of the problem, again, was the fact that they couldn't stay on offense against France. And France was doing a wonderful job of just making sure that speed and the momentum that Team Canada was winning with before could not even start when they moved back down to France's side of the field. So now that Team Canada's broken through that, we'll see how France answers, but it is a reverse sweep that has to happen here. France is still at match point, and again, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the servers switch again here. So
That
Team
is
Canada
correct. That is correct.
is not going to have that advantage anymore.
Yep, so good shout on that. Team Canada did lose one of their 2 U.S. East games to Team France, but they did get this win on the last U.S. East before we go back to Europe for 2 more games. So the good news, I think, for Team Canada, or the silver lining on the server front, is that if this does go to Game 7, if they do bring it back, even though they overall got to play 1 less game on their region's servers, the deciding Game 7 will be on U.S. East should it go the distance.
Right. That's going to be tough, though. I mean, the fact that France has kind of figured out their game plan and shut them down. There's one moment of shining breakthrough opportunity. I don't know if that'll continue. Maybe it will. Maybe this is the shift here, but you know France is going to be looking, James, for that answer real quick.
They want to close it out. A lot of prize money on the line, but more than just prize money on the line. A chance to go to the FIFA E finals yourself in December in Saudi Arabia at Riyadh. A chance to witness the best Rocket League players in the world representing their nations to try to claim total victory. And if you were there in 2024, you saw how special it was. Saudi Arabia ended up taking down the powerhouse French team. Nobody thought that they could do it. Pulled off a huge upset. And now the players who win this series will get to go and watch the FIFA E finals this year themselves if they can pull off the win.
I also like that fish cam. Can we bring that? That was relaxing. We have the Aquadome fish cam?
Yeah,
That was good. I like that.
yeah, you know what kind of fish that is?
That was a
I have no
zebra
idea.
fish.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I'm guessing it looked like a zebra, so, and I know there's a zebrafish. But I think they have, like, zebrafish have a lot more, like, things coming off them. They're spectacular looking fish.
Yeah, they are.
That they are.
Cool looking fish. You know,
Oh.
I bet that fish could triple flip reset. Maybe not, but
No, I mean,
I put
that's-
my money on it.
My gameplay is looks like a fish. It's flopping around. That's what.
The Leaf X flop.
That's what
why
I
you
would
love
look
the
like
fish
doing
so
a
much,
triple
yeah.
flip reset. But yeah,
Dude,
no,
the triple flop reset. That's what you do.
that's yeah. Well, if we can get to the second flop, but yeah. Anyways, I don't think we're gonna see that again. That was a very you said it too, a very rare moment. That was just had the space. You got the setup, perfect boost off the sidewall. No one's there to challenge you. Go for it. But there's no need to anymore. You got the bounty. It's only if the opportunity arises that you do that.
Yeah, even if Canada does not get the win here, even if they are eliminated, Talk will at least have that clip in his back pocket getting to peek on Moxie, who was the 2025 Birmingham Major Champion in 1v1s, and also Fairy Peak, the Season 7 RLCS World Champion. You know, a very rare opportunity to get such a prestigious clip. And Talk was able to make it happen. So good stuff from Canada. But we are back on the EU servers. The players are joining up. It looks like everybody but Moxie is in the lobby right now. So we will be getting back into the game very shortly. Team France on match point right now. Leafx just one more game, and they will have won it.
Yeah, I don't doubt that they're going to come into this with a good game plan and take it. I would not be surprised if they win it. I'd be more surprised for the reverse sweep, just because, well, first off, that's harder. Also, I don't know if this momentum that Team Canada grabbed from that last game will continue on. They had that that breakout chance to get themselves enough resources every time they move on to offense, that's going to be shut down. Again, you have to know that an answer is going to come out from France coming into this this next series. Do you know what kind of fish that is?
That's an Aquadome fish. And we are here on Aquadome, potentially to settle the matter between France and Canada. Let's kick this one off. France on match point. Canada fended off defeat last game, thanks in large part to Talk's incredible gameplay where he secured the triple flip reset bounty. And now we see, though, Team France, the first one to score yet again. Team France getting out to a good start.
Yep.
What a boom.
They've led the series before. Talk couldn't get the read. An easy cleanup there for Moxie. And France, while in the lead, have to watch out for these kickoffs for Team Canada. We've known them to handle those quite well. They were shut down a little bit more on those kickoffs in the last series here, but
oh my gosh.
Triple tap off the backboard. France takes the lead.
That was filthy. Gets the reset. Reads it off the backboard. Mwah, chef's kiss.
Yeah, that's not the start Team Canada's looking for. Especially when they're down a series. That 3 in a row now. 1 goal every 10 seconds for France. And Team Canada, this isn't looking good.
This is looking about as bad as it can at the start of a game. Team Canada giving up another goal, down 3-0. We're not even 30 seconds into this one, Leave.
Yeah, a bit worried for Team Canada now, especially given the fact that they've lost advantage and they've got a long way to go. This is going to be a hard mental game for them. Being down 3 goals right off the rip, not the best. Almost a fourth there, Moxie. Get past those 2 defenders. Now we actually have some gameplay on our hands instead of kickoffs. But Moxie, the speed to rip that one on net. Canada barely keeping that out, and they're going to hurt for boost soon. We do finally get a corner one there. Talk has to clear it.
Talk did well to get the stop with the boost, but now has to deny the shot. Does get that little tip, which prevented Team France from connecting on that. And now we see a chance now for Canada. Double tap from Talk, and that one's clinical.
That's a great answer back there. Good demo, too, from Cosmic. Forces Moxie off that back wall, too, just by being present. Talk just has to go for the double.
That shot from Talk for Moxie. Will have possession off kickoff. Cosmic tips it back. Moxie plays it off his touch and goes for a dribble instead. The 50 will launch high in the air. Cosmic first to it. Trying to read the double tap. Cosmic on the double tap. Cuts the lead down to just 1.
Well, Canada can do what France can do and get those goals right off kickoffs. Great speed to that. Good precision.
Jeez.
Canada's not out of it yet.
Big response from Canada. I thought after the 3-goal start. Oh no, that's disastrous for Team Canada. The kickoff goals continue. France gets their 4th.
What a 50 from Fairy Peak. 2 in a row.
That was so weird. Yeah, it was like Fairy Peak was going for a fake, but then side flipped to hit it off the player who was also faking. That was crazy.
I don't know how much of it was calculated, but I'll agree with crazy. He kind of fell into the second one, but yeah, at least he forced it through. I bet you that was the plan. 2-goal lead back in the hands of France. Going for the straight down.
Oh, that should have been another goal for Team France. Doc didn't have the boost or the read. Team France very easily could have picked up another goal there. Now 2v1 for Team Canada. Moxie deflects it off to the side. It's a double. Buys plenty of time for Fairy Peak to get boosted up and back in position.
Yeah, it was an odd play there. Maybe Cosmic goes for the pass to Talk instead of playing it low. Talk had no boost. That's why Moxie jumps up, reads, intercepts. France on the attack now. That halfway mark approaching. We finally got the clock going down. No kickoff goals, but might have another goal here for France. Talk can't get it. Fairy Peak's going to find the net. Doesn't miss those ones. And at the halfway mark, 3 goals down is Canada.
Yep. Talk Had to lock in the trajectory, had no boost. Even a small pad would have been enough for Talk to get that extra little bit of adjustment to hit that ball to the side. But being on 0, playing with fire, and unfortunately for Talk, he got burned on that read. And Team France now have a 3-goal lead with less than half the game left to go. Might see another goal here. Fairy Peak denied on the goal line.
Canada down the other end here. Cosmic just goes off the backboard. Give me enough boost for Moxie to clear that away. Talk was trying on the attack, and that's just going to be a long field shot off the post. But not the side of the field that Canada wants to be on to work their way back.
Working some magic there, getting that ball out to the middle. Moxie has the corner boost spawn for him, ends up leaving the ball. A little bit of pressure on Fairy Peak to make the stop, and now Talk trying to cook. It's the 50. Safely back to the corner. Fairy Peak is going to grab the corner boost and gets the touch. Great play there by Fairy Peak.
And now France is going to have a move down the other end of the field. Moxie goes for the 50 instead of the boost. He'll need that to get himself back to the defense. Fairy Peak trying to buy some time. That ball in front of the net. Moxie does get in the way of Cosmic. I don't know if he had the angle anyways, but Canada on the attack. Talk just grabs the 50 and shuts that one away.
Big man Talk. So speedy. Fairy getting dusted on that play. Talk chasing the ball down. And it is not over yet. A minute and 22 left. That is plenty of time for Canada to get to.
Especially off a kickoff. There it is. Fake back to the corner to Talk. I think the best control off of it. Moxie's going to be able to approach him. Talk needed 2 corner boosts to get this play started up. He'll get it just into the air there for Cosmic to maybe start the attack right after. That's off the post. Fairy Peak will have boost and possession. Cosmic can't shut it down. Talk has to be careful.
Talk has the corner. Cosmic now will wait for his turn to go in. There's a little bit of space to Fairy Peak. Forces the ball out. Talk pops it high. Moxie waiting for it. Over to Fairy, who picked up the mid boost. It's a race. Talk will be there first. Cosmic pokes it over. Fairy Peak as well. Ball bouncing out to Talk. And now cleared all the way out. Precious seconds ticking away. Team France just 30 seconds away from claiming total victory here at the Apex Nationals. Woo! Oh, brother, Talk!
Talk is not going to let it happen that easy, though. Past one. Moxie stood no chance here. Double off the back and the ground.
It's the double tap off the backboard and the ground is diabolical. Can Canada do this?
I mean, it's plausible now. Cosmic got the boost too. With the demo, they might have a chance. Moxie just tries to kill some time here as they're 1 goal in the lead at match point. Canada, James now with the final 10 seconds are looking for that equalizer.
Big boom downfield, huge play from Fairy Peak. Lots of pressure on Cosmic to get the save. Back pass, no, leaves it for Fairy Peak, who gets full boost. Off the ceiling, off the backboard, collected by Talk. Will we see a miracle?
Down the other end of the field, Talk just gets beaten out by Moxie. Cosmic keeps it alive in front of the net, and France will be your champions at the Apex Nationals, presented by FIFA E.
France, we knew that they had it in them at the beginning of the event. Just looking at the roster, Moxie, a major winner, a contender for the World Championship in 1v1s. Fairy Peak, a former world champion. You knew that they had everything that it took to become the victors, and they did it. They looked fantastic today, cleaned it up quite a bit, playing as a unit, clutching up when it mattered. Team France, an amazing victory, and now not only will they get a lot of prize money, Leaf, but they will also get to attend the FIFA E finals in December 15th through the 19th, happening in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. They're going to get free tickets to go out and experience the magic themselves.
Yeah, this is, again, we talked about Apex last year, and we had FIFA E on in the living room, and all the players are watching because it was exciting gameplay. This is the second round of it now, and being able to go to it and see it firsthand is going to be really exciting for these players. Again, shout out to the Team Canada and all the other teams that attempted this. We had some really close and incredible series across the way here, and Team Canada was one of those.
Well, I mean, I will say, even though Team Canada lost, Talk was so impressive. I think he is going to be a player to continue to watch into the future at the highest level of Rocket League. That triple flip reset was disgusting. Even that last play in the final moments, the double tap off the backboard, then the double off the ground. You don't see plays like that too often. Talk had some really incredible plays. Even though Canada fell just short, they have a lot to be proud of, but you've got to give the flowers to Team France.
Yeah.
They got it done. They looked so good doing it. And wow, yeah, Team France winning it all.
Yeah, that's the thing. Team France, at the end of the day, they started a little bit slow, James. We saw them yesterday. We didn't know how it'd go. Saudi Arabia became our favorites. Then Team Canada shut them down today. But France, from the beginning of it, figured out what they needed to do. Fairy Peak found his space. You mentioned it. Moxie allowed that to open up, and then the two started connecting a lot better, and the mistakes disappeared. They found Team Canada's flaw, how to shut down that play style that worked so well against Saudi Arabia, and did not allow Team Canada to really get that momentum. Team Canada still looked good, but it was Team France that had that overall play, James.
It certainly was. And Leaf, I think that's going to be it for you and me. It was
It
a
will.
blast casting this match with you, getting to see France win it all. But I think it's time to send it on over to
do it.
Lawler and Left.
Thank you guys. Welcome back to the desk. Proverbial.
Wow.
It's not an actual desk, but man, what an ending. I mean, you want to talk about resiliency from that Canadian team, man. Talk in particular, there's so many chances where it's like, you know what, a 50 here closes it out, and it's like that solo beat on the side wall and then the double read to play that down and in and bring them back within one. It's just one
100%.
play after another to will them into a close series, Lethamir. Couldn't ask for a better grand finals outside of maybe like Ferry going demo crazy or something like that to get him
Yeah,
out.
I went to his chat after the 3-0. I was like, hey, for the content, go for a demo chase. It's like, oh, the prize money is more important to them. So they just wanted to get the close out. And honestly, that game, if they went for demo chases, maybe it would have been a better result than the 7-2 or whatever it was. Who knows? Because that was a crazy game from Canada to keep the game alive.
Yeah.
Overall, storylines were fantastic. I mean, we saw a dominant Cresper and Nobu on the first day to beat out France in that seed 1 on Group B. But then today, Canada beats Cresper and Nobu, but then ultimately loses to France, who it's been basically a love triangle between the three teams. It worked out perfectly for France. They kept stoic. You know, Moxie has a really good mentality on his mental head on his shoulders. He doesn't take losses too hard mentally. He's right back into it. And that's the sign of a really good 1v1 player who can pull it into twos as well. And Fairy Peak's always been, doing those tournaments in twos all the way back like 5-6 years ago, and still proving to be a very solid player, solid contender. And congratulations to those boys because they played really well.
Yeah, let's take a look back at how the event went down. We started with 8 teams, 8 creators from 8 different countries representing their local region, and brought that down to 4. As you guys can see, these were all of our competitors. But on today, Championship Sunday, we were down to Canada, France, Saudi, and US of A. This is how the bracket played out. Our first match, United States, France, going all the way to 5. Super close series from Chief Beef and Kevin. Quite a fight, but it is France that takes it in the end. We then drop down. Again, low seeds battling through both of our top seeds. It is Canada that came out swinging. Very aggressive. Cosmic really found his form in that series, and it was just too much for Cresper and Nubo. Unfortunately for them, they do concede, which then gave us a grand finals. We're curious, how is it going to play out? Is France going to be able to match the pacing? And they did exactly that. Very confident play across the board. Still some highlight moments, some bounties unlocked from both sides. Yeah, the triple flip reset, man. You give the guys the space.
Yeah.
It is nuts.
Like we've got the 5 goals and the 1,000-point game from 3 of the 4 teams that played today. But man, did I not expect the triple flip reset to come out in the grand finals and in such a fantastic fashion to bring back a game in the series for Team Canada. So congratulations to Talk and Cosmic getting that extra $50 for their team. Still a very solid prize pool portion for them. I think it's $11.50 as a team.
I'd have to go look.
I mean,
Math.
it's
on
1,000
the
plus
Wikipedia.
150. 1,000 plus
Bracket in the
150. I got the math. I'm good. I'm an engineer. I can count. But yeah, what an amazing run from both teams to make it to the grand finals. Like you said, both seed 2s coming from their groups, making it and battling it out to the grand finals. So France coming home with that $2,000 and the trip to FIFA E World Cup. That is my bad. Yeah, congratulations to those boys. Fairy Peak and Moxie take it.
Yeah, a couple last things to do on the checklist before we close it out with you all today. And as always, thank you guys for joining in and tuning in with us on the plethora of channels. It's been an absolute pleasure hanging out. Massive thank you to all of our competitors, first and foremost, for all the people that not only signed up and played in the qualifiers, but also the creators who stuck around and streamed. It's not something we required. It's just something that it's like if you're making content, might as well have fun with it. My favorite part is being able to go and listen to the French comms. You and I joked about that in the green room, where it's just like bunch of French. Nice, let's go, and then it just pops off and then back straight to French that I don't understand. So there's some languages that translate no matter what. So
yeah, pulling off an event,
to everybody.
Pulling off an event like this worldwide was difficult but rewarding. Seeing the world come together in a way like this for 2v2 creator kind of mash up with pro players who qualify through the 1v1 tournaments in each of the creators tournaments. It came together super well. I think it was exciting for us to watch, even behind the scenes today, behind the desk. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and hopefully we can do more like this in the future. And once again, yeah, thank you to everybody for coming along for this journey. It's been quite a bit of planning to make this happen, and I hope you guys enjoyed the bounties too. I know that I talked to Ferry a little bit about some of the bounties not being as worth it since the competition was so high in this tournament, which makes sense. So we'll definitely take that feedback and hopefully come up with a little bit of a better system. But overall, the bounties were a fun little twist on the gameplay. And it was really, really exciting when we saw that triple flip reset, or also just the 1,000-point games, because that's hard to do in a competition. So big ups to the players who made it in the grand finals and still are hitting these bounties that are difficult to reach.
Yeah, you guys can always tweet at us, whether it be us personally or at the Apex RL on Twitter. We're always interested to hear adjustments and feedback and stuff. There's no guarantees of being able to do these events in the future, so we will try to innovate and adjust as time progresses. It is always appreciated, but massive thank you, obviously, to our partnership with FIFA E. Without them, this would not be possible. Again, we've alluded to it. This is just the appetizer for what is the main course for the FIFA E World Cup finals in December, but just around the corner on Wednesday next week, on the 12th, there is going to be the lottery system. This is where the teams are going to pick in a draw, basically a bunch of names in a hat. I actually don't know what kind of crazy production they're going to plan. I'm sure they'll do something nuts.
Something insane.
As always.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
It is going to be randomized teams playing against each other for when it comes into that main event in December. And alongside them, Barry Peak and Moxie going to be watching in person. So pretty cool stuff. Congratulations to those guys. Massive thank you again to FIFA E for putting it and helping us out, supporting this event so we can put on one last off-season tournament before we get into RLCS in just a week.
If you want more info, go to FIFA.gg. You'll see all the information on the upcoming tournament and the draw. So definitely check it out.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Apex in chat as well. We'll pop up that link for you guys too.
100%.
In the description on YouTube.
And yeah, thank you guys for joining once again. It's been a pleasure being your host, your co-hosts. And what a tournament. What a showing.
Yep.
Some crazy storylines.
Yep. Any other thoughts? Any other feelings? Any last words you want to say before we pack it up and head out?
Hi, Mom. No, honestly, it worked out really well. With cross-region tournaments, you never know how it's going to go because there's a lot of internal issues that can happen behind the scenes. It was pretty smooth, and all the players seemed really receptive of the format, and kudos to all of them, especially the Australian boys who played at 3 a.m. yesterday to be part of the Western Hemisphere. So overall, very smooth. Really appreciative of all the people that came for this tournament and for you guys watching at home. So I don't know. That's all I have to say. The huge thank you to everybody once again, to FIFA E for partnering with us for this tournament, and go watch FIFA World Cup, a FIFA E World Cup next month.
It'd be sweet. Again, on behalf of myself and Lethamir, we appreciate you guys all tuning in. Massive thank you, obviously, to Leaf and James Bot for holding it down. Not a single mention of sandwiches today, I think. So W on that.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Between us, production in the background, Haza and Britain, and everybody else working behind the scenes, it is greatly appreciated. All the love and support that you guys show us, as it allows us to keep putting these things forward. But with that said, the Apex Nationals presented by FIFA has come to an end. We will see you hopefully next time for another one. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye. Peace.